Season just right around the corner. A AAA national champion will be crowned tonight. From Las Vegas, Nevada, this is the AAA National Championship game between the Norfolk Tides and the Oklahoma City Dodgers, presented by Capital One. Good evening. Glad to have you with us alongside former big league pitcher Ryan Roland Smith. I'm Robert Flores. Ryan, it's appropriate that we have these two clubs, the Tides and the Dodgers, as their big league clubs. The Orioles and the Dodgers figure to be two teams that have a good chance of making it a deep run in the postseason. But tonight, we're crowning a champion.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously success leaves clues, right? You look at the two organizations, they've had so much success. They're built completely differently with the Dodgers and the Orioles. But you look at these rosters, I mean, we talk about this all the time. The AAA team is an extension of the Major League team, but it is kind of rare to see some of the young talent on two of these rosters playing here in AAA.
Well, let's take a look at two of those young, talented players. It's our player profile presented by Nationwide, and he is the top prospect in all of Major League Baseball. He's a familiar name, Jackson Holliday of the Baltimore Orioles. He's got quite a pedigree, and he is a talented kid.
Yeah, he's an absolute stud. He's great to talk to. He gets it, Roflo. When you talk about a young kid who, obviously has so much attention, first-round draft pick, number one prospect in the Orioles system. And the one thing with him, too, when you look at the numbers, first of all, 4 different levels. He's worked his way across 4 different levels. You can start to see as he gets further and further up, the OPS starts to drop a little bit. Then you got to remember he's 19 years old, playing with a bunch of guys in their mid to late 20s, some veterans who are sort of at their last couple of years playing in the big leagues. But man, I'll tell you what, it is exciting. I'm so excited to watch this kid tonight.
On the other side for the Oklahoma City Dodgers, Michael Busch, and they're obviously excited about his chances and what he could potentially do at the big league level.
Yeah, and we've had a chance to see him at the major league level, trying to figure it out. Was optioned back and forth a little bit. Travis Barbary, manager, said, this has been a huge learning curve for him this year. Big left-handed swing, but he is an absolute stud. But again, when you talk about some of the young talent, right, when you look at some of these players, a 19-year-old, a kid in his early 20s, here at AAA, just knocking on the door with 2 systems. When you're talking about the Baltimore Orioles and the Dodgers, they're just stacked with talent. It's exciting to see what the future holds.
Well, Norfolk won the International League. The Oklahoma City Dodgers, they won the Pacific League. This is a AAA National Championship game, winner take all. First pitch from Las Vegas Ballpark when we come back.
Aren't you glad you got the titanium iPhone 15 Pro at T-Mobile?
I am glad.
Did I see that?
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
Am I going to get that back? Nope.
It's not just designed to look good. It's built to command attention. The new fully electric Audi Q8 e-tron models. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people like Sam who make
everyday products designed smarter.
Like a smart coffee grinder that orders fresh beans for you.
Oh, genius. For more breakthroughs like that,
I need a breakthrough card.
Like ours, with 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with greater spending potential, Sam can keep making smart ideas
a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
It's not just designed to look good. It's built to command attention. The new fully electric Audi Q8 e-tron models. Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
Puts a spotlight on the elite prospects on the road to the big leagues. See who will take home the hardware as MLB Network hosts the first ever Minor League Baseball Awards. Monday beginning at 8 Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
Welcome back to Las Vegas Ballpark in Las Vegas, Nevada. Facility opened up in 2019. Got dark quickly here in Las Vegas.
Oh, yeah.
Brian.
That's right.
Well, let's bring you the starting lineups presented by Corona Hard Seltzer. Let's start with the Norfolk Tides, winners of the International League. They went 90-59 during the regular season. An affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. And, of course, the Orioles are going to be hopefully making a deep run into the postseason. At least that's the hopes of their organization and their fans. Jackson Holliday will lead off playing shortstop. Went 1 for 4 in that series clinching win against the Durham Bulls. Connor Norby will be playing left field, batting second. Colton Kauser is the center fielder. Kyle Stowers is at second base. Josh Lesser is your designated hitter. Lewin Diaz is batting eighth and is the first baseman. And Anthony Bamboon is behind the plate and catching, batting ninth. And Justin Armbruster will get the call for the Norfolk Tides against the Oklahoma City Dodgers here in this AAA National Championship game. Norfolk, champions of the International League. Oklahoma City Dodgers, champion of the Pacific Coast League. Hey, one thing, Ryan, that the guys were talking about during batting practice, both teams, the ball flies out of this park here.
Yeah, and it's typical, obviously, of the Pacific Coast League. It's been that way all the time, especially the last couple of years, using Major League balls here as well. Obviously, they have a humidifier under the stadium in this ballpark and Albuquerque, some of these other places. But it was so funny. Jackson Holliday, we're going to get a chance to watch him showcase what he's all about, but he walked out away from batting practice saying, hey, can we just play here?
Yeah.
And I asked him, I said, what, because of the facilities? He said, well, yeah, that, but also, have you seen the ball fly? I was like, absolutely. Ball was flying today during BP.
Yeah, as you see the Oklahoma City Dodgers take the field as we get ready to get underway here in this AAA National Championship game presented by Capital One here at Las Vegas Ballpark. Take a look at some of the dimensions for this ballpark. Down the line, it is 340 feet. In the alleys, 380, and then straightaway center field, it's at 415. Ballpark Digest, Ryan, called this one of the best of the ballparks, winning in AAA in 2019, 2021, and 2022. Now, interesting case here for the Oklahoma City Dodgers. They're the home team. Ryan, they're going to be starting with Yenty Almonte, who is on a rehab assignment with the Los Angeles Dodgers. He's been on the injured list since August. He's been dealing with a knee injury, and he's only going to go for 25 pitches.
Yeah, and this is unique too. Usually, obviously, you see these big leaguers that come down, do rehab assignments. I've done plenty of them. You have to modify the rules somewhat. We're going to talk a little bit about the pitch clock, some of the new things that they've been doing the last couple of weeks here at AAA, trimming that pitch clock down. But for Yenty Almonte, here he is coming into this AAA championship game, just trying to essentially get his work and get back to the big leagues. He's starting to put it together the last couple of years. This is his 6th year in the big leagues. Throws that sweeper, he throws it a ton, over 50% of the time. And he's got some sink on that fastball. So, interesting situation when you're talking about a AAA championship game.
Yeah.
But you know what? This is the priority right here. Make sure he's ready to roll back and get back to the big leagues.
Well, the pitch clock is here at the AAA level, just like it is at the big league level. But because Yenty Almonte is on that rehab assignment, he's going to get 20 seconds with runners on, 15 seconds without between pitches. Everyone else, Ryan, is going to get 17 as we see Jackson Holliday prepare to step into the box.
Yeah, it was new for me. I was like, hold on, 17 seconds. We're trying to trim it down a little bit more, but for so many different reasons. But, you know, some of these rules and situations and automatic strike zone challenge system we're going to see tonight, it's been right here, Jackson Holliday. He's seen it over 4 different levels of minor league baseball.
Well, we're underway. AAA National Championship game. It is a winner-take-all, one-game championship. First pitch is in for a strike. Home plate umpire is Jen Powell. And Jen Powell is the first woman to umpire at the minors' highest level in 34 years. She's one of just 5 women to umpire in pro ball, only one to do so above single A. So she has the balls and strikes behind the plate as Jackson Holliday is down to the count 0-2. Holliday went 2 for 4 with a double out of the leadoff spot in Game 2 of the ICL series against Durham, and then 1 for 4 in the series clincher. That was a best-of-3 series against the Durham Bulls, AAA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays. 1-2 count here for Almonte. That ball skied to the left side. Third baseman Miguel Vargas drifting over and makes the catch, and that's out number 1.
And you see that swing from Jackson Holliday. He profiles a little bit different to his dad, Matt Holliday, who was such a presence in the box. Obviously, Jackson's only 19. You know he's going to fill out just a little bit. It's funny, though. I was talking to Buck Britton, talking about their celebration after they won the IL. Yeah. And he said, hey, just to be clear, though, you know, Jackson, he was standing off to the side, I promise, when the drinks were flying. I was like, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, they celebrated pretty hard after winning that International League Championship in 3 games. Here's Connor Norby second baseman. Led the International League in hits, runs, and tied for first in doubles with 40. Looks at a ball low, and he's ahead in the count 2-0. Remember, Travis Barbary, manager for the Oklahoma City Dodgers, said Almonte's probably only get 25 pitches. He was pretty firm about that. And that's low, caught the bottom of the zone. It's called a strike, but he did bring out the challenge because we are in that challenge system. It's the automated balls and strike challenge presented by T-Mobile. And let's take a look. Let's see if Norby was correct. He was not, or he was correct. Called a strike, but because of the challenge system, ruled a ball now. So count even, or count is now 3-0 to Connor Norby.
And there was no hesitation, too, with that challenge call. And, again, talking to some of these managers, how they trust their players to say, look, I know I can get emotional. Buck Britton said sometimes the pitchers can get a little bit emotional, get frustrated. He basically took it out of the pitcher's hands. He said, look, I'll give it to the catchers. I'll give it to the hitters as well. I trust my hitters especially. But it's a strategy involved, too. You get 3 of them in a situation where there's going to be a big moment late in the game that you want to make sure you have 1 or 2 challenges left in the tank.
Well, that'll bring up Colton Cowser, the center fielder, batting third. He really struggled in that series in the International League. Hit just 0.77 in the 3 games of the IL series. Did double in game 3. His manager did say that he's pressing a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it too, especially this time of year as well. You want to impress, you want to finish strong. Let that front office up in Baltimore know what you're all about. Obviously, they think very highly of him, but you always want to try and finish strong. And you see that happen quite often. You get to that last couple of weeks of the year, and you want to put yourself in a good spot for next year, especially going into spring training. Start to press just a little bit too much.
He's ahead in the count 2-0. That's in for a strike, and it's 2-1.
See, that's an example right there, right? So, situation, that pitch looked like it was outside the strike zone, but you just got to pick your moments because, man, if you're just a borderline pitch and you lose that challenge, you're going to lose them as that game gets going on.
All right, he calls time. He's ahead in the count 3-1. Cowser currently ranked as the Orioles' #2 prospect. That one up the middle, past the diving shortstop, Yanni Hernandez. Runner will go to third. So the Norfolk Tides have something cooking here in the top of the first. First and third, and 1 out.
And you can see Yency Almonte getting that sinker. He gets a ton of ground balls. Right to the shortstop, just that inch to his right. I mean, he does a double play, now all of a sudden you got first and third with 1 out.
That had to feel good for Colton Cowser, as he had really been struggling. Hit just 0.77 in the 3 games of that international series, and that'll bring up Kobe Mayo. 4th round pick out of Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida in 2020. Had 4 hits and 5 RBIs in the series clincher on Thursday night. Swing and a miss. He's down on the count 0-2. Going into the All-Star break, Mayo led all of minor league baseball with 49 extra base hits. Here's the 0-2. That's low, it's 1-2. Mayo spent the first part of the season at Double-A Bowie with the Bay Sox. Count even at 2-2 as that misses low as well.
You see Almonte trying to get into chase with that slider. We talk about the fact he throws that sweeping slider over 50% of the time.
Almonte, before he got hurt, had pitched in and a swing and a miss, gets a strikeout there. Big out number 2 as he strikes out Kobe Mayo here in the top of the first.
That's a nasty sweeper, especially coming off this rehab outing situation where you hurt your knee. You're trying to slowly figure it out, get everything right before you go join that major league team. Finally lands. It took him 3 of them, but he lands that good sweeping slider below the strike zone.
All right, so that'll bring up Kyle Stowers, who hoping to bring home that runner from third with 2 outs. Yeah, Almonte had pitched in a Major League Baseball career high 49 games with the Dodgers board. He suffered that right knee sprain back in August and then went on the injured list. He tries to work his way back to the big league club. That misses, and it's 1-0. Stowers drafted in the 2nd round in 2019 out of Stanford. Made his Major League debut in 2022 as they check down to 3rd, and they say he went. Third base umpire Dexter Kelly says yes, he did go.
Ooh, that's tough right there. Those hands definitely didn't come around.
Yeah, Stowers did not like that call. As you see him, he's wearing a mask.
Yeah.
Protect a broken nose that he suffered a few weeks ago. Says it doesn't bother him at the plate. Doesn't feel any ill effects. Fouls that one back. And it's 1-2. Stowers in 2022 at the Major League level, 34 games, hit .253, 3 homers, had an on-base of .306. 14 games this year with the big league club, hit below 100. Runner is off at second, but it's fouled off.
And you can see Almonte going exclusively with that sweeping slider, especially when he gets deeper in counts. He's going to lean into that pitch. He's going to get another one right here. 1-2 count. Lefties and righties.
Almonte about to throw his 23rd pitch of what could be a 25-pitch outing. Lifts one to left field, and that's going to fall in foul ground, and we'll do it again.
Yeah, you got a pitch you could handle right there. Went with the fastball. You surprised about that? That 93 middle of the plate.
Saw a look at a guy with some big league experience, David Dahl, playing left field for Oklahoma City. Here's the 1-2 from Almonte. That's low. Runner takes off for second and no throw, and he's in with a stolen base. At least that's what it could be for now, unless they want to call it defensive indifference, because there was not much of an effort there to throw out the runner at second. So second and third, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Got him. Kyle Stowers goes down swinging, and that ends the rally, ends the threat for the Norfolk Tides. No score. Coming up, bottom of the first, Oklahoma City Dodgers coming up to take their first licks.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Get SiriusXM for $5 a month for your first year, plus a free upgrade to our Platinum plan. It's time to enjoy the ride. Don't miss this great offer. Fees and taxes apply. See offer details. Scan to subscribe now.
We're gonna breathe. Yep, just breathe. You and me, breathing together. If you can control your breathing, you can control your run.
I wear a few different hats as CFO. You know, sometimes it's referred to as Chief Fixing Officer. Wherever there's a fire in the business, you know, I'm often there first. And I think that's the bit that I really enjoy and love. It kind of spreads more widely than finance.
Whatever hat CFOs like Imran need to wear, Sage has tools and insights to help them knock it out of the park. Sage, helping business flow.
Welcome back to Las Vegas. Let's take a look at our starting lineups presented by Corona Hard Seltzer. The Oklahoma City Dodgers, champions of the Pacific Coast League. Drew Havens is playing center field, leading off. Michael Busch is playing first base. Miguel Vargas is playing third base and hitting third. So here's Drew Havens. Havens, a 33rd round pick out of Southeast Louisiana. Sends that one back foul. And it's 1-1. Justin Armbruster is getting the start for the Norfolk Tides.
Yeah, for Justin, big 6'5" kid out of Seattle, Washington. Bellevue to be more specific.
He's inside, and he's behind in the count, 2-1.
He's going to feature a fastball in the low 90s, can touch 96. Pretty interesting story. Came out of a D3 college, Pacific Lutheran University, and he transferred to New Mexico.
And that ball is low, and Havens is ahead in the count, 3-1. Havens had quite a Pacific Coast League championship series as he draws a leadoff walk here to open the bottom of the first. And Havens is a threat to run. He led the team and was fourth in the PCL in stolen bases with 40 during the regular season. That'll bring up first baseman Michael Busch. He led the Pacific Coast League in slugging, made his major league debut earlier this year, back in April against the Pittsburgh Pirates, and went 1 for 3. No score here, bottom first of this winner-take-all AAA National Championship game.
So he's going to challenge this one.
We got a automated ball and strike challenge presented by T-Mobile. Let's take a look. It misses. Challenge result is in fact a ball.
Wow, these hitters are dialed in. I love this challenge system, Roflo. I mean, this
great.
First time I've watched it live. Get a chance to see it. I've seen highlights of it.
Kind of reminds me of tennis.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
The way it's executed.
It's instant, yeah, absolutely.
It's instant. You get the crowd involved. The stadium gets into it.
You a big tennis player?
I'm huge.
Pickleball?
Yeah, I love pickleball.
Yeah.
Don't get me on a pickleball, Ryan. Busch is now ahead in the count, 3-0. Nobody out, runner at first. As Armbruster is in danger of walking back-to-back batters to open the bottom of the first. Swinging away is Michael Busch, and he fouls it back. Got a pitch to hit there. Michael Busch had a 39-game on-base streak that spanned from June 30th all the way to August 17th, third longest in league history. He's ahead in the count, 3-1. Lifts one to center field. Center fielder is there. And that's out number 1.
See that fastball just getting above the barrel just enough. For Justin Armbruster too, we talked about going to a D3. He was a late commit, went to a small school, and then his younger brother actually committed to go to the University of New Mexico, and they wanted to take Justin as well. And so that was kind of that in. They said, okay, listen, Justin, if we can get him to the University of New Mexico, and he just absolutely went off, put himself on the map, 12th round pick in the draft just a couple years ago. Here he is in AAA, putting up some good numbers.
Here's the third baseman, Miguel Vargas. He actually made the opening day roster with the Dodgers this year. 81 games. He hit 195 with 7 homers and 32 RBIs. He was optioned here to Oklahoma City after the All-Star break. Armbruster's having trouble finding the zone early in the count. Blows that fastball by Vargas, and he's behind the count, 2-1.
Yeah, he's got that good fastball too. We talked about the velocity, 93 to 96, but he has that good spin, that good RPM, so you're going to see him get above barrels, pitch at the top of the strike zone.
Vargas began this season
as the Dodgers' #3 prospect as rated by Baseball America. As Armbruster sends Avens back. Vargas was actually signed by the Dodgers at 17 after defecting from Cuba. Swing and a miss at another fastball, count even at 2-2. Lazaro Vargas, Miguel's father, won gold medals for Cuba in the 92 and 96 Olympic Games. Here's the 2-2 from Armbruster, got him. 3 fastballs, too much for Vargas.
You see Armbruster.
That's a strikeout for Armbruster.
Yeah, you can see him fired up. That pitch was only 92, but again, that spin plays. He's got that good extension, and the RPM just stays above the barrel, even though that pitch was down the middle. All of a sudden, 2 quick outs.
So with 2 outs, in steps the designated hitter, Ryan Ward. Team leader in RBIs during the regular season with 95. 21 long balls in 2023. He's also got 3 multi-homer games. And we got another challenge, a T-Mobile automatic ball and strike challenge. And it just catches the zone. Wow. Just catches the top of the zone, so the count is now 0-1. Lifts that one foul, it's 0-2.
And yeah, these guys have been using this all year long, but they only use it for half of the week, right? So you go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with automated strike zone, and then you have the challenge system on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But these guys are dialed in already. 3 overturned.
Here's the 0-2. Broken bat to the second baseman, Joey Ortiz. Close play at first, as Lewin Diaz had to avoid some shrapnel and a runner. That's going to retire the side. No score through 1. When we come back, we'll be joined by former big leaguer Shane Victorino. Stay with us.
Yes, indeed. Those folks play giant hamster balls there. We're going to have a 2 out of 3 ball count.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
We want it all. We want beards and lattes.
Great.
We want to be invited.
Great.
And not attend.
Great.
We want to take the shortcut.
You lost?
And not be in danger.
Reverse.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Mom? I got the job. Yeah, I feel like it's all coming together.
Introducing the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax with all the tech.
Here we go. We're going home, Monty.
And all the room for all of life's firsts. Your first new car is here. The all-new Chevy Trax, starting under $22,000.
MLB Network is your golden ticket to the postseason. MLB Network, your exclusive Spanish language home for NLDS and NLCS games.
Top of the second, no score here in Las Vegas, and we got started with a first pitch from Shane Victorino, the former big leaguer who now makes his home here in Las Vegas. Part of the pregame festivities, and Shane Victorino joins us now here in the booth in Las Vegas.
I need some ice for my arm. You got any ice? No, just kidding.
Shane, you make your home now in Las Vegas, and you're also going to be holding an event here at this ballpark.
I am, yes. Actually, for my daughter's school, my wife and I are being honored with their large Hokkaido Award, which is the family every year gets the award for the school. So thankfully, my wife, I say to everybody, has done a great job and has given a lot to the school and of her time and her effort. So it'll be nice next week, October 5th, Thursday. Beautiful. It'll definitely look different than a minor league baseball game. Put it that way.
Shane, does this bring back memories for you playing minor league baseball? Like, I know it's changed a lot, man. Like, from what I gather, these guys get looked after compared to when you and I played, minor league baseball, especially in AAA. But does this bring back memories for you? You have some good memories playing minor league baseball?
I absolutely do. I think some of my fondest memories of, lucky enough for me, I did some great things in the big leagues, but I look back at the minor league level and I say to myself, these are the stepping stones and the part of the game that I learned. I grew up in the middle of the ocean, as a little boy with a dream, and, hey, it actually became a reality. So, minor leagues taught me a lot, getting to learn the game at this level and learning the game of baseball.
As we're here in the top of the second, Joey Ortiz, second baseman for the Norfolk Tides, goes down swinging, and there's one away.
I can tell you one thing, I don't think there was a televised championship game when we were playing.
Right, absolutely.
But it's awesome to see. I mean, this is, it's so great to see the minor leagues getting, some coverage and, getting it aired.
This is going to date me, by the way, Roflo. I had a DVD. I pulled out a grainy footage of me hitting someone. I was on a rehab assignment, and I wanted to go back and watch it. But that's all you had. You just had like that closed circuit.
That's it, yeah. There was no footage. Yeah.
The one angle.
And even if you got that one angle.
Yeah.
But what a beautiful ballpark too here, man. I mean, living right around the corner, getting to watch, and drive by and see this place every night filled with, a bunch of Las Vegas fans.
How do you feel about the big league team coming here?
I'm excited. I the only question that I've asked, and, I hopefully, that formula of what has usually been, an Oakland A formula, it changes, and they actually want to go and, to me, spend a lot of money and try to put that winning product out there to win every day.
Here with former big leaguer Shane Victorino here in the booth here. As we got a new pitcher. We want to tell you about Yancy Almonte started, but it was only on a 25-pitch limit because he's on a rehab assignment, hoping to join the big league club. This is lefty John Rooney. 3-1, ERA of 3.31, dealing with the designated hitter Josh Lester. That ball's in the dirt. Heading the count 2-1.
What amazes me, the size of these guys too nowadays, man. I feel like they're just, I mean, they're getting bigger and bigger. And I say to myself, son, are you really going to have a chance if you ever want to play baseball?
I'm with you. I was blown away. We went down on the field and talking to some of these guys. Like even, look, Jackson
That
Holliday.
ball misplayed.
Jackson Holliday is 19 years old, but he's still,
stocky, yeah.
But then there's some guys where I'm like, man, these are some units down here.
If you take a look at that ball misplayed by the second baseman, Jorbit Vivas had trouble with it. And now the Norfolk Tides have a base runner here in the top of the second.
Simple mistake. See what it leads to. I try to teach my kids that I'm helping now. It's like you make one mistake, no matter what level. There always seems to be that something happens after this. So hopefully you can shut this down here. And
yeah, they do rule that an error. So a one-out base runner here. Throw across to first. And Lester has to dive back, but he does so safely.
That was a pretty cool little move. I wonder if that's can we get a side angle of this move?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a balk.
I feel like, though, the pickoff move is kind of like lost its... I know with the new rules, but I'm talking the last couple of years, like, lefties don't have that good move like they did, 5-10 years ago. That was good.
That fastball misses, and it's 1-0. Rooney is 3-1, ERA of 3.31 in 2023. He led the minors last season, speaking of pickoffs, Shane. Led the minors in 2022 with 17 pickoffs and recorded a combined 23.
Here we go, let's see.
In 19
we
with
got
low
the side
A.
angle I asked for.
As he's dealing with Lewin Diaz. That's chopped foul.
That first move, I would love to see him if he does it again, because I felt like, and even the guy that dove back, he kind of sat there at the base, like looking over, like, is that a ball?
I'm going to ask you too. I mean, you obviously done playing for a couple of years now. You played obviously the highest level in some of the most intense situations. All the new rules, right? So that you're talking about the pitch clock. You're talking about the fact that he can only disengage just a couple times before the runner can essentially take off. What's your take on some of these rules? And Roflo and I were talking about in the playoffs especially. It's going to be interesting this year if one of these big rule changes the complexity of the game.
you played in the World Series, but what's your take on some of these new rules?
I mean, I love it because it brought back that element of the game with speed and running, and I felt like it kind of let a player like me back in the game where it kind of became a lost art, or swinging and striking out and hitting homers was way more magnified than a base running. But I look and I say to myself, there was parts of a game where it had nothing to do with hitting, where I could literally move myself from base to base and put myself in a situation where I could win a game. And I think that's what's exciting to see it all back. It'll be very interesting to see what does, and if it does happen, where there is that element of the game where it's a crucial part, or the pitch clock and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm not sure. Are they still using the pitch clock in the playoffs? I think they will. They are going to use it. Okay. I remember there was talk about potentially, kind of going away from it and kind of letting it. But even that, I mean, you imagine a bases loaded 3-2 count getting called on, by a pitch clock scenario and the winning rate. I just find that, what's going to happen then?
All right, so there's 2 down after Diaz with that soft liner that was snared by Yanni Hernandez, and that'll bring up the catcher, Anthony Bemboom.
But I rewind to 2013, and there was a play early in the game, and there was a flip to the second baseman who came off. They originally called him out, but it was they're saying he bobbled it, went back, and that was in the time of replay. They actually got together and got the call right, and that was, remember, it was game 1 in Boston. I was like, oh, gee, this is, and this is going to change. I mean, that was a historic thing for me because usually they don't overrule that. It stakes with the call because there wasn't replay. And that, but I felt like the game really changed in that regard.
That's past the third baseman, Vargas, and it's a base hit for Bemboom, and runners at first and second, now 2 down.
Norfolk's got some good hitters, man.
Yeah, and even this too. You talked about just the walk and the home run element. Now all of a sudden you take away the shift. Now I get it, man. He's pretty much playing straight up. But then all of a sudden it incentivized contact, incentivized guy grabbing that extra base. I mean, look at Acuna, amount of stolen bases he's taken this year, and it's been platformed. So now all of a sudden, younger players look at that and go, you know what? I want to bring the speed.
I can bring both. Yes.
Yeah. All right, so we go back to the top of the order with Jackson Holliday.
What a beautiful swing. I watched him in the first inning.
0 for 1.
His dad was a freak.
Oh, man.
His dad was a big human.
He was, man.
Great player, but
just a presence in the box 60 feet away.
He was massive. Man. He still hasn't touched home plate yet in Colorado. No, I'm just teasing. I saw that.
Jackson told us before the game that his family is going to be in attendance tonight, so they're watching right now.
Oh, nice. Hopefully I'll go find Matt and say hi. 19 years old, man. It's pretty. I think he was at the All-Star game in 2011 as a little boy. Look at him now.
Now he's the #1 prospect in all of minor league baseball. And we have another challenge there. Automated ball and strike challenge presented by T-Mobile. And that's in.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that is weird. First confirmation, too.
So now the count is 1-2. Runner at first and second.
Oh, check that. Can he challenge that?
Rooney might want to challenge that one.
Can he?
We were talking about this in the first inning. You only get 3, so you kind of have to pick your spots.
Yeah.
I mean, both the managers were talking about, hey, listen, guys, you get emotional. I'm sure you would, too, as a hitter, where all of a sudden you feel like it's borderline. You feel like you should have got that pitch overturned. But then you lose him in those big parts of the game later on.
Here it is. I mean, you go from a 1-2 count, now, a 2-2 count, now it's 3-2. Runners are moving. I mean, I think that was a strike, but oh well, here we are.
So what you're saying is you would have burned all 3 calls in the first inning.
I don't know,
That's
man.
what you have to be
I'm not
careful
worried.
about.
Hey, I guess.
Runners will be on the move, and that ball catches the outside part of the zone, and Jackson Holliday is rung up. Runners left stranded at first and second. We're through an inning and a half. No score in the AAA National Championship game from Las Vegas Ballpark. Shane Victorino, thanks for joining us, my man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Got it.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
For a good time, head on down to Camp Holly Airboat Rides. Camp Holly Airboat Rides is Brevard County's #1 airboat riding destination, located on the St. Johns River in West Melbourne. Visit Camp Holly Airboat Rides today.
Spectrum Mobile is giving you one free mobile line when you buy one unlimited line for $29.99.
So I can get 2 lines for the price of 1? That's right, for just $29.99.
It's the best deal in mobile.
But is the service reliable?
Absolutely. Spectrum Mobile is super reliable, coast to coast. Get one line for $29.99 and the second line is free.
All with no taxes or hidden fees.
Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for $29.99 a month and get a second unlimited line free for 12 months. Call 1-844-882-2999.
For a good time, head on down to Camp Holly Airboat Rides. Camp Holly Airboat Rides is Brevard County's #1 airboat riding destination, located on the St. Johns River in West Melbourne. Visit Camp Holly Airboat Rides today.
Puts a spotlight on the elite prospects on the road to the big leagues. See who will take home the hardware as MLB Network hosts the first ever Minor League Baseball Awards. Monday beginning at 8 Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
Welcome back. Bottom of the second, no score here in this AAA National Championship game between the Norfolk Tides and the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Justin Armbruster working in his second inning of work. And he's facing Johnny DeLuca to start here the second inning. And that misses as well. It's 2-0. DeLuca went 1 for 4, had a couple of RBIs in the PCL clincher against Round Rock. And he's heading the count here, 3-0. Armbruster hasn't quite found that zone consistently. Able to get out of the first, but once again having some control issues here.
Yeah, just trying to find that fastball too, middle of the plate. You can see him just kind of spraying that ball all over the place.
And it's a 4-pitch walk for Johnny DeLuca, second issued by Armbruster. So a leadoff walk to start the bottom of the second for the Dodgers, and in steps former Major League All-Star David Dahl. Ryan, let me ask you a question. Do you have a spleen?
I sure do, yeah.
Well, David Dahl does not.
Wow.
Because back in 2015, the former All-Star, while he was in New Britain, which I still believe is a minor league affiliate of the Colorado Rockies, he lacerated his spleen in an on-field collision. We'll get to that in a second, but we got another challenge here presented by T-Mobile. And let's see where this one lands. It misses. It is ruled a ball. David Dahl is now ahead in the count, 1-0. So getting back to Dahl and his spleen. He lacerated his spleen in that on-field collision while he was in New Britain. He decided to have it removed to quicken the recovery time.
Wow. See, I don't know if I could do that. You know, I don't know if I could trust myself. I don't know. Maybe I don't have a spleen. I don't know. I don't even know what a spleen does, to be honest with you, Roflo.
I think, well, let me see if we can pull it up on WebMD. Hey, Siri, what does a spleen do? I know, I'm sorry. All of your devices just went off. Sorry. 2-2 count. Got him. David Dahl goes down swinging. It's the second strikeout for Armbruster. And there's one away.
Back to that fastball with 2 strikes. And if he can get in good counts, that fastball's got some jump on it. Doesn't have the velocity, but it's got that good jump getting those barrels.
Spleens fight germs in your blood.
There we go.
By the way.
I knew that.
There we go. That'll bring up Jorbit Yivas.
Sounds pretty important. Actually, speaking of Matt Holliday, I did have an appendectomy back in 2013. I was with the Red Sox in AAA, and I was having a great year, and then all of a sudden I had to get my appendix removed. And so as I'm going in to get it removed, I'm Googling, finding out what the recovery was like. And Matt Holliday, as a matter of fact, Jackson, whose son we're watching play here,
Matt had his appendix removed, and he was back on the field. This is what's crazy. If you've ever had your appendix removed, and I have, within about 3.5 weeks, he was back playing again. It took me
That's ridiculous.
It's crazy because you got to recover, and your abdomen has to recover and everything else. But I remember going, but that's Matt Holliday.
Right.
I'm looking at this going, how long is it going to take me? He's a different human being. How about
He's not built like the rest of us.
Yeah. How about the rest of us?
Jorbit Vivas at the plate with a 1-1 count. And that misses. It's 2-1. Vivas is a 22-year-old native of Puerto Cabello, Venezuela. Signed his major league contract with the Dodgers when he was 16 years old. That misses up and away, and you can see the frustration for Armbruster. When he can land that strike zone in the zone, he's been very effective.
Yeah, and you can see that too. There's been a couple times after the leadoff walk as well that just controlling that body language, that's part of the development as well. Obviously, you have the stuff pitching up as you come up through the minor leagues, but you have to learn how to really
fly ball.
You really have to learn how to control that presence on the mound, what you do in between pitches.
Connor Norby is there. And that's out number 1. Well, we might have had did we have a pitch timer violation? I think we did. All right, so the at-bat continues for Jorbit Vivas.
Wow.
And it's another walk issued by Armbruster.
And we're talking about controlling those emotions, that heart rate from Armbruster right now. This is a situation with leadoff walk, has a pitch clock violation. You can see the pitching coach walking out to meet him at the mound, try and calm him down, calm the heart rate down just a little bit.
3 walks issued so far by Justin Armbruster. He's got runners at first and second and 1 out. And Yanni Hernandez set to step to the plate.
You see Justin Ramsey talking to Armbruster. It could have been a situation where there was a ball called, the ball was put in play, so you go back to doing what you're doing. These are those learning moments right now. 2 runners on, trying to find that fastball. It's that difference. Some guys with stuff, man, keeping them out of the big leagues, how they control these situations.
Hernandez first pitch swinging. That's near the dugout, and it will go out of play, so it's 0-1. Hernandez went 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored in Game 1 of the PCL Championship Series. He was acquired in a trade with Oakland in December of 2022. Got 23 ABs with the Dodgers this year, hit 136. Here's the 0-1. The short, Holliday over to second, and that completes the double play to retire the side. Now let's take a quick look at the automated ball strike system that's being used tonight, presented by T-Mobile.
Minor League Baseball partners with T-Mobile to bring innovation to the game. Today's game will feature the automated balls and strike system currently being tested in the minor leagues. With the ABS challenge system, the home plate umpire calls balls and strikes, but each team has 3 pitch challenges that can only be made on the field. The pitcher, catcher, or hitter can signal for a challenge by tapping on their helmet or cap. If the challenging team is correct, they retain the challenge. For the most important calls in the game, Minor League Baseball trusts T-Mobile, America's leader in 5G.
Hey, is that the new iPhone 15 Pro?
Yeah, got it at T-Mobile. Hey, be right back.
Whoa, I love that titanium. You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. And with their Best Gold 5G plan, you have the freedom to upgrade every year. You're very wise, Reflection Comet, and you're very handsome, Real Comet.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
There are 2 kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal and those who put it within reach.
If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Your paint is really bad.
What?
I said best coffee I've ever had.
Should've used Bear.
Sorry, sign where?
No, I said should've used Bear.
Today, let's paint. Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand at a new low price. Bear, only at the Home Depot.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital...
Welcome back to Las Vegas, back to the AAA National Championship game presented by Capital One. We're beginning the top of the third. There's a base hit. So the Norfolk Tides, 3 hits on the day. Still no score. That'll bring up Colton Cowser. 1 for 1 with a stolen base. Connor Norby is aboard for the second time.
There's that pickoff.
Quick over to third. Ball gets away, and it's still rolling around there, and the runner will head to third. So the Norfolk Tides have something going here. Runner at third and nobody out.
They were talking about that good move over the first base, but this ball getting away from him. You can see when you don't have your feet underneath you, that's the one thing. When you're trying to get that really good pickoff move, deceptive pickoff move, you do lose that front foot, so your hand can fly away from you like that, and there's plenty of room down there in right field. You can see Norby able to get all the way to third base.
It's an error on John Rooney, who's on for his second inning of work. As the Dodgers went with an opener, Yency Almonte, and this is Rooney for his second inning of work. Runner at third, no one out, and Colton Cowser hoping to bring home the game's first run.
Man, this is that part of that exciting part of this lineup where you just have nothing but top 100 prospects from the Baltimore Orioles. Look at how good and how young they are at the big league level. Then you look down to AAA, that extension of that major league team, and there's just nothing but bright futures everywhere. Obviously Jackson Holliday, the Norby, Cowser, Mayo, all these guys are top prospects.
Warming up in the bullpen for Oklahoma City is Tyson Miller, as Rooney is ahead in the count, 1-2 on Cowser. Cowser's been struggling a little bit at the plate. His manager, Buck Britton, says that this is really the first time he has struggled offensively, but he thinks he'll be better for it. And he just got hit by a pitch there, so first and third for the Norfolk Tides here to start the third here in this AAA National Championship game.
You can see Rooney, that ball thrown away. Now all of a sudden, a walk right after it, anchoring on that pick throw.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Kobe Mayo, 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. A base hit, an error by the pitcher, and a hit by batter, as the Norfolk Tides in business here in the top of the third. Here's the 1-0 from John Rooney. Chopper to third. Vargas is going to come home, and the runner is out. What a play by the third baseman, Miguel Vargas.
Man, that's a good play too, because Vargas, he's deep in the hole. You mentioned the fact he broke with the Dodgers early in this year. He's a natural shortstop, able to set his feet and throw a perfect throw to get the out. That is a tough play. Throws the runner is not forcing that situation, so you got to make sure you get that out.
What a play by Miguel Vargas to get Connor Norby out at home plate. Runners at first and second, but a big first out. as Kyle Stowers steps to the plate. Runners are on the go. Throw down to second. And they've got the runner hung up. Meantime, here comes the runner home, and a run scores. The runner is out at first, but a run does score, and Norfolk is on the board 1-0.
Now, this is a situation where the runner at second, he kind of knows he's dead to right. So all of a sudden he tries to hold up, just give him enough time for your runner down third base to get on the move. And then again, if the runner at third base does get that run down, well then guess what? You can just slide over to third base anyway.
So the at-bat continues here. And the count even at 1-1. Some good defense and good base running here in this top of the third. And that's called a strike. And it's 1-0. That one's fouled back. Stowers struck out in his first at bat. "17 homers with Norfolk this year. And swings and a miss. And that retires a side. So an inning that had a little bit of everything, a strikeout to end it, a run does score. Norfolk strikes first in this AAA National Championship game from Las Vegas Ballpark. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Cherish football on FanDuel before a cold night at a Buffalo Bills game. It's just a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Let me help you with that. I'm good, man. Thanks. Are you sure?
Everyone can use a little help. Volkswagen Tiguan with Front Assist. Get 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on the 2023 Tiguan S, or lease one for just $249 a month. Limited inventory available.
Getting the right new windows with Pella was simple.
Yeah, when renovating a drafty old house, it can be hard to find great people.
Our dedicated Pella advisor was a godsend.
We had confidence in Pella. They sold over 5 million replacement windows and doors.
So we knew our local team would be on top of every detail.
And the installation was done in just a day.
Mom, the kitchen sink's broken again.
I wish Pella did plumbing.
Hurry, replacement windows are on sale now. Schedule a free in-home consultation for details.
Coming?
The Volkswagen Taos. German engineering everyone can get into. Get 3.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Taos S, or lease one for just $229 a month.
Welcome back. Bottom of the third, 1-0. Norfolk leading here in this AAA National Championship game. Bottom of the order for the Dodgers here, starting with the catcher, Hunter Fiducia.
See, Justin Armbruster is still in this game. We knew the bullpens were going to get deployed, especially with the Tides. Pretty much everyone available.
That ball sent deep to left. Going back is Norby, and he makes the catch at the wall. Had to reach up and grab that line drive by Fiducia, and it's a loud out number one. That was 98 miles per hour off the bat. Good defense there by Connor Norby. So we go back to the top of the order, and that'll bring up Drew Avens, who walked in his first at bat. That ball called a strike. Armbruster, who has walked 3 so far, that's shop foul. Walked more than 3 batters twice this season in 26 appearances.
Yeah, it looks a lot more settled in here in this third inning. Sometimes, too, you come into a different ballpark. It's a championship game. It's the end of the season. Got some nerves rattling around a little bit. Takes you just a couple innings to get settled in. That fastball, man, it's been a weapon, especially middle of the plate, middle up in the strike zone. You're starting to see more of that breaking ball. It's got that good depth on it.
So I brought up Drew Avens being a 33rd round pick out of Southeast Louisiana. Couple things. One, they don't have 33 rounds anymore.
That's right.
2, he's trying to become the 3rd straight 33rd round pick to reach the majors in the Dodgers system.
Wow.
I mean, if that does not speak to the player development, especially what the Dodgers do, I don't know what does.
Absolutely. And look, both these teams too, right? So you got the Norfolk Tide and the OKC Dodgers coming from 2 organizations that just won their divisions.
And Armbruster gets another strikeout. You saw the emphasis and the emotion there, and that's out number 2. We want to remind you that MLB Network puts a spotlight on elite prospects as they follow their road to the big leagues. See who will take home the hardware as we host the first ever Minor League Baseball Awards. It comes your way Monday, 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on MLB Network.
You're watching these.
Here's Michael Busch, and that's going to go down the line, and it's going to be a stand-up double for, well, he's now sliding. It's a 2-out double for Michael Busch.
Yeah, just getting something he can put in the left field, stretching this to a 2-bagger. But just to finish that thought, you got 2 organizations here, the Orioles, who are just amazing what they've been able to do in the last couple of years, and the Dodgers too. They're both the organizations, the rosters are built so differently in regards to how much money with the payroll and everything else. But the core of this, the foundation to both of these teams, it's how you develop players. And you see teams that go on these kind of runs, and they develop. You mentioned the 33rd rounder. It's pretty amazing what they're able to do.
Well, Miguel Vargas flies out to end the inning. Runner left stranded at second. We're back in Vegas after this.
Need to get your windshield fixed? SafeLight makes it easy. You can schedule it in just a few clicks, and we'll come to you with the replacement you can trust.
It's great.
That service on your time. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
If it's not one thing, then there's 2 things. Whee! Another move swing. If it's not one thing, it's a few things.
There are still a few good ideas left in the world. Ours was to make our own tequila. Grab a glass, amigo. Our casa is your casa.
We're gonna breathe. Yep, just breathe. You and me, breathing together. If you can control your breathing, you can control your run.
Mom, I got the job. Yeah, I feel like it's all coming together.
Introducing the all-new 2024 Chevy Trax with all the tech.
Here we go. We're going home, Monty.
And all the room for all of life's firsts. Your first new car is here. The all-new Chevy Trax, starting under $22,000.
Top of the 4th here at Las Vegas Ballpark. You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered. Packing all the day's biggest plays into one lightning-fast hour. Relive today, preview tomorrow. Quick Pitch coming up after the game right here on MLB Network. Norfolk batting here in the top of the 4th with a 1-0 lead, and we have a new pitcher for the Los Angeles Dodgers. It'll be the righty, Tyson Miller. 2-0. ERA of 1.69 with 1 save. He's facing Joey Ortiz. That's lined to straightaway center, and that's a quick out number 1. Now to bring up the designated hitter, Josh Lester. Reached on an error back in the second. By the way, we were talking the previous half inning about the Dodgers and their player development. They had 6 affiliates this year in the minor league playoffs. That is most in baseball. They had 2 win championships. They have a chance to win a 3rd. No other organization had more than 1. Wow. And that ball slapped foul. It's 0-2.
Yeah, not just that too. I mean, look, you can bring in talent. You can get a ton of first-round draft picks and stack it up. We talk about the development aspect too. We've talked to both of these managers about some of the characters and the personalities they bring in, especially the veteran side of things. Like you see this guy, Tyson Miller, right now, who he's had a couple chances to pitch in the big leagues, struggled a little bit, and he's 28 years old. So anytime a guy goes up, they get optioned back down, or they get DFA'd, what kind of attitude do they bring him back? And both Buck Britton and Travis Barbary, they both talked about how to manage that and control it, because it has such an impact on your young prospects coming up.
This one's also sent to center field. No problem for the center fielder. And that's out number 2. As Drew Avens has both outs here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, so when you see those teams that are winning, even at the minor league level, it tells us something about the character too, that the roster dynamic plays even from the lowest levels all the way up.
That'll bring up Lewin Diaz. He's 0 for 1. He lined out in the second. So Tyson Miller came back to Oklahoma City after a brief time in the month of August in the Mets organization. Played in 2 games for AAA Syracuse, and then was later claimed by the Dodgers after being DFA'd. As that checked down to 3rd, he did not go, so it's 2-0. 1-0 here, top 4, Norfolk Tides, champions of the International League, leading the Oklahoma City Dodgers, champions of the Pacific Coast League. Swing and a miss. That fastball looked pretty firm.
Yeah, looked good, and that good low arm slot.
Earned his first career Major League save back in August 30th. That one's fouled off the mask of the catcher Fiducia.
Yeah, he's bounced around. You see the 3 teams, even in 2023, the Brewers had a little bit of time, 9 innings with the Brewers, a couple innings with the Mets, back to the Dodgers. And again, you're looking late September in your season, you start thinking about 2024, trying to get that big league invite. What's going to happen? Am I going to get taken off the roster? All these outings, these pitches you throw, they're being watched by someone.
Lewin Diaz is a player that has some Major League experience, a ton of Major League experience, as he gets a piece to stay alive. Lewin Diaz played 112 games at the Major League level. He was DFA'd and claimed off waivers several times in the offseason, including by Baltimore, his big league club now, twice. Here's the 2-2. That misses inside and will run it full. It's kind of interesting. This is kind of an intersection of players ascending, players maybe descending, and others trying to hold on to get one more last shot.
Absolutely.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. That's a strikeout for Tyson Miller to end the top of the 4th. We're going to the home half. Norfolk up on the Oklahoma City Dodgers, 1-0. We're back after this.
You wanted more speed, more action, more leather? Pound for pound, this is the best baseball you've ever seen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and the knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
The best healthcare is there in ways big and small. There when we most and least expect it. We may not see it, but we feel it. It lets us know we're not in this alone. Everyone deserves a healthcare partner who never quits. One who's there for what matters. United Healthcare. There for what matters.
I was born on the south side of Chicago. It's been a long road, but now I'm working for Schwab. I love to help people understand the world through their lens and invest accordingly. You can call us Christmas Eve at 4 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna always make sure that you have all of the financial tools and support to secure your financial future. That means a lot for my community and for every community.
Welcome back. Bottom of the fourth. Dodgers at the plate, down 1-0. This is Ryan Ward. As Justin Armbruster working here in the bottom of the fourth. So far, Ryan, 42 pitches, 23 strikes. He does have 3 swing and miss on the cutters. He's got how many strikeouts? 1, 2, 3. 3 strikeouts. Does have 3 walks, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's settled in. You mentioned the 3 walks. That was early on in the game, trying to find that fastball. He's starting to see a little bit more of a mix, especially second, third time through with that slider of his.
Chopper to short. Jackson Holliday is there, fires across first, and that's out number 1. Coverage of the MILB AAA Championship game is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And sponsored in part by Oatly. 1 away here in the bottom of the fourth. The Dodgers trailing 1-0. That'll bring up Johnny DeLuca. He walked in his first appearance in the first at bat in the second inning. And he lifts that one foul.
Yeah, that's been the difference there too. We just ran over talked about the pitch count and the 3 walks, the 3 strikeouts, but the difference in these last couple innings for Armbruster is getting that strike one, getting that first pitch over for a strike, just changes the entire at bat.
That's lifted, going to stay in the infield. Looks like Joey Ortiz is going to take command, and he does. And there's 2 away. So through 2 outs of this inning, it appears this is Armbruster's most efficient inning thus far.
For sure. I think too, when you can land 2 pitches for a strike in that 0-0 count, just changes everything. I mean, you're just simply on the back foot as a hitter.
That'll bring up David Dahl, who's 0 for 1. Swing and a miss at a fastball there. He's down in the count.
And we talked about, Roflo, you brought up last inning about the intersection of different careers and what have you. But the difference is, too, from this level, there's stuff everywhere in AAA. AA, there's all kinds of stuff. Guys can throw 100, can throw that good RPM like that fastball up in the strike zone. But the difference is getting to the big leagues. What are the little things you can do? Number 1, can you command the ball? Can you get in good counts?
Yeah.
Way more often. Can you pitch on both sides of the plate? As a hitter, are you able to lay off certain pitches?
0-2 count. 0-2 pitch sent to left field, but David Dahl lines out to end the inning. No hits, no runs, no errors. We're through 4, 1-0 Norfolk. When we come back, Matt Holliday joins the booth.
Hey, you! Can we come together? Hey,
New Balance, we got now.
Recently, we got Spectrum Internet.
Because it has the most reliable internet speeds.
So now we're the reliable house.
Everybody loves it.
Everybody.
Big fantasy draft. Oh, I'm up.
Esports Finals, right here in our laundry room. All my friends can come and work from my home.
All of his friends are
That's
here.
amazing.
All of the time.
Can you believe this is in our house?
No, I cannot. It does feel nice to be counted on, though.
I'm in the jungle.
Get the most reliable internet speeds with Spectrum One.
Joe Kelly here. Come see why Gator Chrysler's been your #1 choice since 1973.
Our sales team will get you into the ride you want at a price you can afford.
During Ram Power Days, lease a new 23 Ram 1500 as low as $379 a month or 2.9% financing for up to 72 months.
And we're going to make your sales experience safe, comfortable, and fun.
Come join the Gator family. We are determined to make you a satisfied customer for life at Gator Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You got to get the Gator.
You might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Back here at the top of the fifth of the AAA National Championship game, where the Norfolk Tides are batting in the top of the fifth, up 1-0, bottom of the order, the catcher Anthony Bamboon leading off here. We're pleased to be joined by former big leaguer, former All-Star, Matt Holliday. How are you, man?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing great. What are you in town for?
Yeah, quick trip into Vegas, you know, just popping in.
Yeah, you're going to catch the fight.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, your son Jackson is on deck as Ben Boom fouls that back. What has he told you about his experiences so far? Because he has played at all levels of the minor league system so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a lot of fun. I think he's enjoyed it. Obviously, he's had a lot of success, which makes it more fun. But he's handled it really well for a 19-year-old kid. I think that the Orioles have done a great job of drafting good young players.
That ball sent deep to center field, drifting back is the center fielder Drew Avens, and it's there for out number one.
It's just been, I think it's been a pretty good adjustment for him. A lot of the guys have taken him under their wing, and I'm appreciative of that. But he grew up in the clubhouse and he grew up around the game, so it's been a pretty smooth transition for him to jump into pro baseball, and he's gone out and performed, and the Orioles have pushed him, and here he is finding himself in AAA.
At what point, I got to know this because he's, I mean, obviously, biggest prospect. He's 19 years old playing at this level. At what point, what age was it where you're like, yeah, man, I mean, my son's going to be really, really good?
Well,
if you say 5 years old, I'm going to get very upset.
The thing that he's always done, even since he was 2 or 3 years old, is he's always loved to practice. He's always loved to be at the field. He's always loved to hit the ball, wants me to pitch to him, wants to do everything was about baseball. And so I think that from an early age, I knew he had a passion and a love for baseball. I mean, I didn't obviously know that he'd be a prospect and get drafted, first overall. But I always knew that this is what he wanted to do for a career and in his life. So I probably more high school would be the more like, yeah, I think he's got a really bright future and a chance to get drafted pretty high. But ever since he was a little guy coming to the field, he's been a pretty good little player.
Any other sports, I mean, when he was a kid that he was into?
Yeah, he played basketball right up until his junior year, through his junior year in high school. He played basketball, loved basketball growing up, but mainly his love was baseball growing up. But he's looks a little big right there, but I'm proud of him. He's a great kid, first and foremost. And
now, will he approach you, or will you talk to him about that particular at-bat?
No.
Or you'll just wait for him to come to you?
Yeah, no, I mean, he knows what he's doing. He's pretty good about self-evaluating and knowing kind of where he's off and maybe what happened in certain at-bats. But we do talk. But I might ask him and say, hey, was that guy's fastball have extra hop? Or, what were you thinking? Are you a little late? Just stuff like that. But for the most part, he's very, very much in tune with what he's doing.
And his younger brother's a talented player in his own right?
Yeah, he is. He's got a chance too. He's 16 and got a chance to be a really good player. But he again, we were talking about earlier. He loves baseball. He loves to practice baseball. And
that call is overturned. The T-Mobile Challenge System. So the call is overturned. It is a strike.
Now, I got to ask you this too. I mean, your son, he's 19 years old. He's come up in kind of a different generation, right? Where the way hitting is essentially taught is a little bit different. There's so many analytics now. You hear different things about launch angle and different philosophies on hitting. Like, when you talk about stepping in, you mentioned the fact that you guys talking after that at bat, for example. Do you keep up with all these new ways of teaching and the analytics, along with, because you have two teenage sons?
Sure, yeah. I mean, I have an interest in hitting. I love talking hitting, teaching hitting, working with young players. So I'm very much like to watch and listen and learn and see what I agree with, or maybe I don't agree with, or what I think is important, or maybe a metric that people talk about, but the process might be more important.
And it looks like that's going to get down. It's a base knock for Connor Norby here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
But I think, to me, like teaching the process and teaching kids how to get ready on time, and how to stay on their backside, and things that I think were important 20 years ago. I think that there still is a way to hit that creates the best launch angle or exit velocity, or some of the metrics that people calculate now. We just have the ability to put it on the scoreboard now, or we didn't in the past. So I don't think hitting is necessarily changed. I think a good swing with a swing path that's in the strike zone a long time and has been going back to Babe Ruth. I mean, I think it's but I do think obviously we have a lot more measurables now to quantify what we think is good and what we think is maybe not so good.
That's listening to the voice of former big leaguer Matt Holliday. As Colton Cowser steps to the plate, Connor Norby with a 2-out single here. Tyson Miller, second inning of work. Trying to leave that runner at first stranded. That's in for a strike. It's 2-1.
I was going to see, do you guys like the challenge system?
I do.
I do too. I do too. I wonder how long before we have that at the major league level.
Yeah, and it's interesting how players, managers, as that's chopped foul, how they decide who gets to decide when to challenge. Do you save those challenges for later in the game? So it just brings an extra layer of strategy.
I think that you have to be early in the game. You have to be sure. It's hard to be sure. But I think the ones that you feel like are egregious, that maybe those are the ones you use early in the game. But I do think that there's a lot of strategy. I think it probably for me 4 or 5 for me, just because for 200.
Right now it's 3 for this. For tonight's game, for the AAA level 3.
I mean, you could definitely.
It happens really fast, and it's exciting. I think the fans see it on the scoreboard.
And there's a chopper to first, and that's going to retire the side. Matt, appreciate the time, man. Enjoy your stay in Vegas.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you guys.
That's Matt Holliday. We're going to be back with the bottom of the 5th. Norfolk still holding on to a 1-0 lead. Stay with us.
Strike 3, it's over. The Red Sox have won the World Championship.
And a World Series Curly W is in the books. Dodgers have won it all in 2020. Is this happening? The Atlanta Braves have won the 2021 World Series. And the Houston Astros, 2022 World Series champions.
The impossible has happened.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. Oh! Oh no, it's just so funny! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. There are 2 kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Welcome back to the AAA Championship game presented by Capital One, coming to you from Las Vegas Ballpark. Ryan Rowland-Smith, Robert Flores here with you. Norfolk Tides leading 1-0 on the Oklahoma City Dodgers in this championship game. Justin Armbruster working here in the bottom of the fifth with a 1-0 lead. Right now he's about to throw his 52nd pitch. Dealing with the bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, starting with Yorvin Vivas. And he's ahead in the count 0-2. Ryan, on 2 occasions, Armbruster has thrown 7 innings. And he is approaching that there after having to navigate his way through some walks and some wildness.
Yeah, there's some deeper pitch counts earlier. But you look at that, 52 pitches, that's going to earn your way into getting deeper into this game. But I'm kind of surprised a little bit. I thought it was just going to be a straight deploy that bullpen, let Armbruster go 2 or 3. Obviously, we've talked about this time of year.
Well, manager Buck Britton did say he had a pretty good complement of arms. There were a couple of guys that were not available, but a pretty good complement of arms, and he definitely has some good ones there as Vivas is able to foul that one back and stay alive in the count. 3 strikeouts for Armbruster. He's also had 3 walks. Pitch number 54 coming to Vivas. And that ball is low. It's 1-2.
Yeah, he's changed that sequencing as well a little bit. You've seen that slider more with 2 strikes. See if he tries to get that chase above the strikes and go with that fastball. Upper part of the zone.
Here's the 1-2. Chopper over to the right side. Armbruster will cover for out number 1. There's no better race than a pennant race, and nobody prepares you like us. MLB Tonight. Highlights from all the big games, and there were a lot of them today. Breakdowns from TV's best analysts. You'll be up to speed. It's MLB Tonight every night on MLB Network, and with the playoffs right around the corner, there's no better baseball show you want to watch than that one to get you squared away as the postseason is just a few days away. 1 down, that'll bring up Yanni Hernandez. Grounded into a double play back in the 2nd inning. A swing and a miss. And Armbruster is trying to assert his will here in this bottom of the 5th. Warming up in the Oklahoma City bullpen, the lefty, Brian Hudson. Here's the 0-2. Fouled back.
And again, going back to Justin Armbruster, the fact that this guy was not really recruited out of high school. I mean, same high school as Matt Boyd, the big leaguer with the Detroit Tigers. Yeah, the same high school. Broke some of his records, by the way, which says a lot. In the Bellevue area, Eastside Catholic broke his ERA record. Matt Boyd still has the strikeout record. But it's interesting to see. He went on to the University of New Mexico, but when you see this kind of arm, this kind of body as well, you think to yourself, how does that go into a D3 school out of high school? And here he is in AAA, pitching in the championship game.
Well, you mentioned pitching as Yanni Hernandez tries to walk off that pitch that was fouled off, and he kind of smartened after it hit his foot. Yanni Hernandez actually pitched in a game this year at the big leagues. July 2nd at Kansas City for the Dodgers. Went an inning, gave up a hit, did not allow a run.
It's too easy. Drives me nuts when I see guys just throwing gravity balls in there and they're getting scoreless innings. I'm like, man, I couldn't do that. Throwing regular.
Here's the 0-2 that just misses outside.
It's interesting hearing Matt Holliday talk about how he loves the challenge system again. Usually the take is when you have, a player from a different generation, especially a dad of a kid who's playing right now, they sort of look at these new rules like it's affecting the game in a negative way. But I feel like the challenge system, we've seen plenty of it. And like I said, this is my first time really seeing it. And a lot of people watching this game, first time they see it live. I love it.
I love
Absolutely
it as well. I just love how seamless it is from the production of it. And I think it adds an extra element as that ball lifted to center field. It'll hang up there for the center fielder, Colton Cowser. And that's out number 2. No, but I think it builds anticipation from inside the stadium.
Yeah, it does. And I think, too, the strategy side of this, too, like you look at this, and Matt Holliday mentioned to us last inning about early on, you have to really make sure that you have the call, you can overturn it. But you have to pick your time. So if it's a situation you're down by 3 and you need base runners, but, there's 2 outs and it could be a ball 3 or whatever it may be. You might, as a hitter, think to yourself, okay, that's definitely got to be overturned, but you have to save those challenges for a bigger part of the game. It's going to be interesting once it hits the scene in the big leagues, how it's played out.
At the plate is the catcher, Hunter Fiducia, 0 for 1, lined out to left, back in the 3rd. So Armbruster, who has had to work around some walks and a little bit of lack of control, has really found it. Although that ball sent deep to right, and that ball is not staying in Vegas. Talk about an announcer's jinx. Hunter Fiducia, solo homer, 421 feet of thunder. And we're tied at 1.
Yeah, we talk about the counts that Armbruster's been able to get in. He's been going 0-1, 0-2 on every hitter. 2-0 count. First time he's been behind. And you can see the difference in the swing. Man, Fiducia just letting it eat, knowing he's getting the fastball middle of the plate as that pitch count starts to go into the 60s. Put that A swing on it.
And the leadoff hitter, Drew Avens, gets plunked there, and he'll head to first. So Armbruster cruising along in this inning, gives up a solo homer to Fiducia, and then right here, plunks Drew Avens.
Again, a learning moment. All of a sudden, you're anchoring to that 2-0 pitch. You know that you want that pitch back. You know you're cruising, just like you said, Roflo. So a situation, if you're Armbruster right now, this are the moments, those learning moments that will get you to that next level. You can get that heart rate under control and get back to making pitches just like that.
Yeah, good pitch, strike at the knees there as Michael Busch steps to the plate. And he's got a dangerous hitter in the form of Michael Busch. Led the Pacific Coast League in slugging. Had a 39-game on-base streak as that's sent foul. And we do have some bullpen activity up right now for Norfolk. Mike Baumann getting loose for the Tides. Armbruster hoping to get this final out and keep it a 1-1 game. He's ahead in the count, 0-2 to Michael Busch. Breaking ball just misses, and we're going to have a challenge. You saw the catcher, Anthony Bemboom, signal with the tap of the helmet, and that triggers the T-Mobile challenge system, and let's take a look. No, it misses. So Norfolk loses the challenge, and it's now 1-2.
And that strategy of the challenge, a situation where Bemboom, he knows that this is going to be the difference of getting out of this inning, or this inning extending. He's trying to push to get that call. A little bit of that emotion behind the plate.
So Norfolk loses a challenge there, here in the bottom of the 5th. They're hoping to not lose the lead. Armbruster about to cross the 70 pitch mark here in his start. Runner at first, and time is called by Michael Busch. What pitch you think they're going with here? Dangerous hitter here.
I think he has to. It's still a 1-2 count. I think he's got to get that slider down on that back foot, down below the strike zone.
Here's the 1-2. Fastball. Got him.
Frozen.
But we are going to have a challenge. The call on the field was strike. T-Mobile ABS challenge says, oh. that call is confirmed. Just kisses the edge of the strike zone. So a big strikeout to end the inning, but the Dodgers even this game at 1.
With wet AMD, sometimes I worry my world is getting smaller because of my sight. But now, I can open up my world with Vabysmo. Vabysmo is the first FDA-approved treatment for people with wet AMD that improves vision and delivers a chance for up to 4 months between treatments, which means doing more of what I love. Vabysmo is the only treatment designed to block 2 causes of wet AMD.
Vabysmo is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye, or are allergic to it or any of its ingredients. Treatments like Vabysmo can cause eye infection or retinal detachment. Vabysmo may cause a temporary increase in eye pressure after receiving the injection. Although uncommon, there is a potential risk of heart attack or stroke associated with blood clots.
Open up your world.
A chance for up to 4 months between treatments with Vabysmo. Ask your doctor.
You think life is short? Football is short. The regular season's just 18 weeks. Just 3 days a week. Sometimes just 1 game a day. So cherish every over and under before it's over on FanDuel. With live betting on every NFL game. Because before you know it, a cold night at the Buffalo Bills game will just be a cold night at Buffalo.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
12 teams with one goal: to win it all. Who will be the last club standing? TV's best baseball analysts break down every series. MLB Tonight's postseason preview. Sunday at 8 Eastern on MLB Network.
Welcome back to Vegas. Tie ball game here in this AAA National Championship game. Coverage of this game is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And sponsored in part by Oatly. New pitchers, we go to the top of the 6th. It's the left-hander, number 46, Brian Hudson, out of the Dodgers pen.
Yeah, Brian, 3rd-round draft pick with the Chicago Cubs back in 2015. He's 26 years old. Still trying to find his way to the big leagues.
And he'll start with 4, 5, and 6 of the Norfolk Tide order, starting with Kobe Mayo. This is inside. It's 1-1. Hudson made his major league debut as there's a chopper to 3rd. Vargas fields, throw across to 1st in time, and there's 1 away. Hudson made his major league debut June 17th against the San Francisco Giants. Retired the side in the first inning before giving up 3 runs and 4 hits in the 2nd. That'll bring up Kyle Stowers. Stowers has struck out twice. Tie ball game here in this national championship game, AAA level. If there is extra innings, we will begin with the automatic runner at second base. But still a lot of baseball left before that happens. Hudson behind in the count, 2-0. And a sharply hit ball, but right at the center fielder, Drew Avens. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, that was 92 miles per hour center cut, 2-0 count. Got a good swing off. Just right at Avens, center fielder.
Yeah, that was nearly 107 off the bat. Good contact there for Stowers, but it's allowed out number 2 here in the top of the 6th. Here's the second baseman, Joey Ortiz. He is struck out and lined out. Ortiz missed about a month late in the season with an oblique injury, made his return in Game 2 of the International League Series against the Durham Bulls. That evens a count at 1-1. Ortiz, a fourth-round pick by the Orioles back in 2019 out of New Mexico State. Got a taste of the big leagues early. Here's a chopper up along the line. Flip throw to first in time. Nice play by Brian Hudson to get Joey Ortiz, who was hustling down the line. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going to the bottom of the fifth.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
This is Christopher Russo. This is Joey Votto. And this is the High Heat Hot Seat. Christopher Russo plays hard, so he doesn't end up here.
Must be nice to sit atop that Madison Avenue ivory tower, looking down on us with those luscious locks. You should be ashamed of yourself. You're a disgrace.
High Heat with Christopher Russo.
It took me the last 2 weeks prepping for this interview. I didn't realize how much I love you. You are the best.
On MLB Network.
MLB Network is your golden ticket to the postseason. MLB Network, your exclusive Spanish language home for NLDS and NLCS games.
MLB Network puts a spotlight on the elite prospects on the road to the big leagues. See who will take home the hardware as MLB Network hosts the first ever Minor League Baseball Awards. Monday beginning at 8 Eastern. Only on MLB Network.
Bottom of the sixth, tie ball game here in the AAA National Championship game. Ryan Roland Smith, Robert Flores here with you. We got a new pitcher for the Norfolk Tides. It's the right-hander, 27-year-old Mike Baumann.
And for Bowman, he's had significant time most of the year in the big leagues with the Orioles, 64 innings.
And Miguel Vargas, first pitch swinging. That's down the line. And it's a leadoff double for Miguel Vargas here in the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, wasting no time getting a fastball middle of the plate. Just shooting that ball into right field. Yeah, look at a guy like Vargas, you mentioned breaking with the big league team. You kick off the year right, you're having a good spring training, come out, and all of a sudden here you are, back in AAA, trying to get back on the map. Same thing with Bowman right now. A 4 ERA in the big leagues. Been optioned down late.
The go-ahead run in scoring position for Ryan Ward. He too first pitch swinging, but fouls it back. Ward has grounded out to second and grounded out to short. Looks at a ball low, it's 1-1. Baumann made his major league debut back in September of 2021. Against the Kansas City Royals, he went 3 2/3 of an inning, got the win. Out of Jacksonville University, where he was teammates with current Orioles big leaguer Austin Hayes. Drafted in the 3rd round by the O's back in 2017. Trying to work his way around a leadoff double by Miguel Vargas here in the bottom of the 6th. Sellout crowd here at Las Vegas Ballpark. 8,556 the announced attendance. That ball misses way inside. It's 2-2.
Yeah, fastball 97. Got that good upper 90s velocity on those, on that 4-seam fastball.
Fouls that one back, and we'll do it again. Ryan Ward, the Dodgers team leader in RBIs with 95. He does have 21 homers. Picked by the Dodgers in the 8th round back in 2019 out of Bryant University. That's in the dirt. Vargas thought about heading to third, but a good job by Ben Boom to keep him at second. Ward hit over 400 while at Bryant University. Set a program record for hits and total bases. And he's run the count full here to 3-2. Vargas at second after a leadoff double. Payoff pitch, got him. Breaking pitch there. Strikeout number 1 for Baumann, out number 1 of the inning. Hey guys, join MLB Network and your favorite players for a show made just for you. Play ball. It's all the big moments, bat flips, and amazing plays from an exciting week of baseball and tips to help your game. Saturdays, 10 a.m. Eastern on MLB Network. So that'll bring up Johnny DeLuca, the right fielder. 1 away. Bottom of the 6th, tie game. That misses upstairs. Bauman's fastball looks firm.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you're looking at 96, 98. He's got that breaking ball, 86, 87. That last strikeout, a bit of a hanging breaking ball, but big strikeout.
There's a chopper through the left side. Here comes Vargas, and it's a base hit for Johnny DeLuca. And he gives the Dodgers a 2-1 lead here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, this time a changeup too. That's his third or fourth best pitch. He throws the 2 breaking balls, 2-0 count, just middle of the plate. Sometimes too, when you look at a guy like Bowman, you look at the stuff, 97, 98. You see a pitching change right now, but situations like that, dominating those counts, that's going to be the difference staying in the big leagues.
All right, so we are going to have a pitching change here. The Dodgers have taken the lead here in the bottom of the 6th. We're back to Vegas right after this.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Hey, is that the new iPhone 15 Pro?
Yeah, got it at T-Mobile. Hey, be right back.
Whoa, I love that titanium. You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. And with their Best Gold 5G plan, you have the freedom to upgrade every year. You're very wise, Reflection Comet, and you're very handsome, Real Comet.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
Your paint is really bad. What? I said best coffee I've ever had. Should've used Bear. Sorry, sign where? No, I said should've used Bear.
Today, let's paint. Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand at a new low price. Bear, only at the Home Depot.
Welcome back to the AAA Championship game presented by Capital One. We've got a new pitcher to tell you about. For the Norfolk Tides, it's the left-hander T.J. McFarland. Coming out of the pen here in the 6th inning as the Dodgers have taken the lead 2-1. Ryan Rowland-Smith, Robert Flores here with you. T.J. McFarland, Ryan. Back in 2014, he faced Matt Holliday one time. T.J. McFarland now, of course, is a teammate of Matt Holliday's son, Jackson. That's baseball, huh?
Now, we talked about that before the game. Matt Holliday came up to the booth. Had a chance to face Matt a couple times. I think I faced Matt 4 times in my career. So I'm starting to feel young, Roflo. I'm thinking to myself, I'm not too old. Maybe I need to put the spikes back on. But I'm thinking to myself, no, hold on. You only faced his dad, at least TJ McFarland. He's only 34.
Yeah.
But he's hanging out with a 19-year-old, Matt's son. But he's an amazing man. Unbelievable.
Well, he starts the pinch hitter, Oscar Mercado, off with a strike to make it 0-1. Mercado pinch hitting for David Dahl. As Travis Barberry, the manager, decides to go right on left here. And pinch hitting Mercado for the left-handed David Dahl. And that came close to hitting him. But it's a 1-1 count.
I'll tell you what, though, we've had Matt, Shane Victorino, both of them look like they could still swing it. Look like they're both in pretty good shape.
Who's that?
Matt Holliday and Victorino.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Shane. I mean, you was talking about the speed element. I reckon you can still swipe a bag.
Mercado sends one deep to left, but it's foul. Part of the announced crowd of over 8,500 here at Las Vegas Ballpark, home of the Las Vegas Aviators, which for my money has one of the coolest logos in all of baseball.
Yeah, I agree. And yeah, minor league names have gotten a little crazy over the years. Trash Pandas.
Yeah.
I mean, the Aviators is pretty tame, but I mean, this ballpark, the logo, everything they've done, I mean.
No, it's well done.
Yes. Got the pool out in right field.
All right, big moment in this game. 2-1 game. Dodgers just scoring here in the 6th. And looking for more against TJ McFarland. McFarland began the year at Syracuse. Had his contract selected by the Mets in June as Mercado just gets a piece to stay alive. He elected free agency on July 18th after being DFA'd earlier in the week. Made his major league debut with Baltimore on April 6th, 2013. So now a decade plus later, he's pitching in the AAA National Championship game.
Yeah, and the thoughts that run through his mind, I've been there before when you're in a situation, we've talked about all these young prospects, but you simply just want that major league invite next year. That's all you're gunning for. So you know that the month of November, December, you're waiting for that call from your agent. You mentioned after a decade, 34 years old, DFA, he only threw an inning and 2/3 with the Mets, getting a chance to get back to the big leagues. You just want to prove that you're still effective some way or somehow and just try and get back into camp and fight for another spot for another year.
Well, he's trying to put away the pinch hitter, Oscar Mercado. Got him. Out number 2 here in the bottom of the 6th. First strikeout for McFarland.
And you
got him
mentioned
to chase.
Yeah, you mentioned that arm slot too. I mean, that's a tough, deceptive look to hit against, especially if you can show that you can get righties out as well. Last couple of years they've changed the rules where you can't have that left on left specialist. I mean, you can, but you still have to get righties out at some point. Facing 3 hitters minimum.
2 outs now for Yorbit Vivas. He's 0 for 1 with a walk, throw over to first. And DeLuca is back safely. Right now, DeLuca's RBI knock earlier in this inning is the difference. 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. That's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Buck Britton, the manager for the Norfolk Tides, did mention TJ McFarland, as that ball is sent foul, as one of the veterans that has been really good with the young players on this team and in this organization.
Yeah, it makes a difference. We've talked about it a lot where you have a guy like TJ McFarland, 34 years old. I mean, he's not that old. It's not like he's pushing 40 by any means, but what kind of attitude does he bring? You know, these younger players are so impressionable.
And time's called by Vivas.
Trying to cultivate that good culture inside the clubhouse.
We do have the pitch timer here in this game. 17 seconds. That ball misses low. It's 1-2.
Beautiful
night here at, yep.
Yeah, big pitch right here. See if he goes back to that slider left on left.
And here's the 1-2. Got him. So McFarland comes out of the pen to get 2 big strikeouts, but the Dodgers get a big run. They're leading 2-1.
There are two kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Your go-to leggings. 1 yogurty smear. 6 sweaty miles to nowhere. Arm & Hammer plus OxyClean with odor blasters. Triple power action blasts away stains and obliterates odors. For long-lasting freshness that's priced right. More power to you.
More tools?
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
New ball game here at the AAA National Championship game in Las Vegas. Dodgers plating 1 in the bottom half of the inning to make it a 2-1 game here. Show you some of the action from earlier in this game. Nice defensive play there by Miguel Vargas to get the runner out at third. Hunter Fiducia tied this game with a solo home run. A moonshot to right field off Justin Armbruster, who was cruising up until that point. New pitcher now for the Dodgers, who go into the top of the 7th with a 2-1 lead. It's Alec Gamboa, left-handed pitcher. 2-4 record, ERA of 4.9. Rejoining Oklahoma City for his second stint back in June 28th.
Alec Gamboa, 26 years old, lefty, 95, 96 on the fastball, good breaking ball. Was in AA, had a 2.25 in AA, put up some good numbers, but scuffle a little bit here in AAA. I mean, some of that is, you know, league assisted, Pacific Coast League. It's tough to put up good numbers here as a pitcher.
Well, Dodgers manager Travis Barberry saying before the game this was essentially going to be a bullpen game for us. He started with Yenti Almonte, who's on a rehab assignment for the big league club. And now he's going left on left here with Alec Gamboa, who was dealing with the bottom of the order. 7, 8, and 9, starting here with the designated hitter Josh Lester. Lester 0 for 2. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Sends that one foul, and it evens the count at 2-2.
Fastball 96. I feel like 95 from the left side is like the minimum these days. It's so different. The arms coming out of some of these minor league systems.
Lester's trying to battle here. He's fouled off a couple of good pitches to stay alive in the count. Lester is 29 years old. Drafted by Cleveland in the 30th round back in 2012. Sends that one to center field. On is the center fielder, Drew Avens, and a sliding catch for out number 1.
Yeah, the ball was hit well, but able to stay up just enough for Avens. And a couple nice plays in this game.
So 1 out, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Leon Diaz. He's lined out and struck out. 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Dodgers leading 2-1. Dodgers winners of the Pacific Coast League. The Norfolk Tide winner of the International League. That misses low, and it's a 1-1 count. And Diaz looks at a ball. That pitch is just outside. He's ahead in the count, 2-1. Maverick Hanley is on deck for the Norfolk Tides. So scheduled to, and that ball is hit sharply but foul. Looks like he's going to be pinch hitting for Anthony Bamboom. As manager Buck Britton tries to find a formula for an equalizer here, if not more, in the top of the 7th. Gamboa's 2-2. Diaz sends one deep to left center field, going back, and that's off the wall. It's a 1-out double for Leon Diaz, and the tying run is now in scoring position for the Norfolk Tides.
Man, that's a good piece of hitting. 2 strikes. This breaking ball just stays up in the strike zone. Just takes that ball the other way. Lets that ball travel just enough. Sees that cement mix to it. Drives off the wall.
As you see, Oscar Mercado, who pinch hit for David Dahl, staying in, playing left field. And we, in fact, will have a pinch hitter. It'll be Maverick Hanley hitting for Anthony Bamboom. Oh, I think we have an injury here. As you see, Oscar Mercado asking for the trainer to come out. As he's holding on that left leg near his left hip.
Man, just tightened up on him in the last game of your season.
Didn't see anything out of the ordinary as he fielded that ball off the wall, and it looks like he's going to stay in the game, which is certainly good news. So here's the pinch hitter, Maverick Hanley. After the 1-out double by Leon Diaz. Diaz representing the tying run here in the top of the 7th.
And Maverick Hanley, 6th rounder back in 2019. 25 years old.
Yeah, he played at Stanford from 2017 to 2019. Played alongside current teammate Kyle Stowers, Nico Horner, and Chris Bubich. A couple of big leaguers there for the Cardinal. So Diaz at second as Gamboa tries to work his way around a 1-out double, but he's behind in the count here, 2-0 to the pinch hitter Maverick Hanley.
You have that open base too, just the 1-out. Got to be careful not just to cough something up, make him chase.
And that misses inside, and now it's 3-0, and the top of the order is lurking. Specifically, Jackson Holliday on deck. Here's the 3-0. That misses. A 4-pitch walk to the pinch hitter, Maverick Hanley. And now stepping to the plate, the #1 prospect in all of baseball, Jackson Holliday.
Yeah, you see that situation, Gamboa. He went down in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. So he's saying to himself, all right, I don't want to serve something up. I got the open base. Now I can go left on left. But like you said, Roflo, the fact he got the #1 prospect, we can do some damage right here with 2 runners on.
And we're going to have a conference on the mound here as the Tides have a rally here. Top of the 7th, Diaz, a 1-out double. And then the pinch hitter, Maverick Hanley, drawing a 4-pitch walk.
Yeah,
As you see, look who's up in the Dodgers bullpen. Yep, that's Ken Giles. Former Philly, former Astro, former Mariner.
Oh, yeah. He's been here before, that is for sure, in front of 45,000. We're about to do it here in front of 8,000 here at AAA.
But for now, Giles will stay in the pen as Gamboa works with Jackson Holliday, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. He would love to come through here. Sends that one to shallow left field. Mercado is there, and that's a big out, number 2.
Yeah, it really is. Fastball middle of the plate, 0-0. You heard Matt Holliday when he was up here in the booth talking about how Jackson just getting a little bit big. This is coming from his dad, so I can trust what I'm saying. But you can see they're just getting a little too aggressive. No balls, no strikes. See Gamboa struggling with his command. The at-bat before, that's one of those learning moments. He's 19 years old. Work him into a good count and see that fastball first a couple pitches before you come up hacking.
Gamboa not out of danger yet because Connor Norby is 2 for 2 with a walk. Remember, Norby led the International League in hits, runs, and tied for the most doubles with 40. And last year, he led all of the Orioles minor leaguers with 29 home runs. Ahead in the count, 1-0. Here's the pitch from the lefty Gamboa. That misses low. It's 2-0. If you're Gamboa, dealing with this hitter, runners on base, you're now down in the count 2-0. What you throwing here?
It's a tough one. You have to attack in this situation. You can't afford to go 3-0 or get that base on. So you're going to see a fastball here, middle of the plate. Misses.
That misses, and once again, Gamboa having problems finding the strike zone here in the top of the 7th. He's already issued one 4-pitch walk, on the verge of another, and loading the bases. The 3-0. That misses high, and it's another 4-pitch walk. Now the bases are loaded for Colton Cowser. We saw the shot, and there it is again, of Ken Giles warming. But you do have the lefty Colton Cowser stepping to the plate. Will Travis Barbary, the manager, let Gamboa face the lefty? It looks like he will. 2 outs, bases loaded. Tides, down 1. Swing and a miss. Gamboa challenged him with a fastball.
Yeah, 95 middle of the plate. A little surprise right there that Cowser is swinging. You can see, like I said, the command. Obviously, you got Jackson Holliday, 19 years old, coming up being aggressive, but you got to get him into a tough count.
Another fastball. That one fouled off, and now Gamboa's ahead in the count, 0-2.
Yeah, you see how much more comfortable Gamboa is with this left-on-left situation. Now you can throw that slider down the way, or just elevate with that fastball. Keep climbing that ladder.
Cowser trying to deliver here for the Tide. That ball sent deep to right center field. Going back. It's out of here. It's a grand slam for Colton Cowser. And that ball got moist. That ball was pool adjacent. 455 feet away. Exit velo of almost 108 miles per hour. And Colton Cowser, who came in struggling at the plate, struggling no more.
Yeah, he got a fastball middle of the plate and his eyes lit up. We're talking about Gamboa trying to raise the eye level a little bit, elevate. Did not elevate on that fastball. Got something middle of the plate, absolutely made him pay.
And that's going to be all for Alec Gamboa. A rough inning, including a grand slam. New ball game, thanks to one swing. We're back in Vegas after this.
Hey, is that the new iPhone 15 Pro?
Yeah, got it at T-Mobile. Hey, be right back.
Whoa, I love that titanium. You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. And with their best Gold 5G plan, you have the freedom to upgrade every year. You're very wise, Reflection Common, and you're very handsome, Real Common.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
There are two kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
October is on the horizon. In fact, it's tomorrow. Get ready for what happens next. MLB postseason, it begins Tuesday with a wild card. Go to MLB.com/postseason for the full schedule on a variety of platforms. All right, welcome back. Ryan Rowland-Smith, Robert Flores here with you. New pitcher, new ball game. Ken Giles is out of the bullpen for the Oklahoma City Dodgers, now trailing 5-2. As right before we went to break, Colton Cowser goes deep with the bases loaded. The grand slam means it's a whole new ball game. Tides up 5-2, still batting 2 down here in the top of the 7th.
And for Ken Giles, 33 years old, he's been around, had plenty of success at the major league level, out of that bullpen. Hasn't got the same velocity. He used to be 97, 98. Now he's 93, 94. Throwing that slider at way more high percentage.
This ball lifted to center field as Kobe Mayo is retired to end the inning, but not before Colton Cowser, the kid from the Houston area, with a Texas-sized swing, a grand slam, has the Tides up in front, 5-2. 7th inning stretch time here in Vegas.
There are many kinds of races, but the best race is a pennant race.
It's amazing to watch.
And MLB Tonight's got it covered. With live look-ins and breakdowns, we'll keep you up to speed.
We're in a pennant race.
MLB Tonight, every night on MLB Network.
Hey, is that the new iPhone 15 Pro?
Yeah, got it at T-Mobile. Hey, be right back.
Whoa, I love that titanium. You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. And with their best Gold 5G plan, you have the freedom to upgrade every year. You're very wise, Reflection Common, and you're very handsome, Real Common.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
As electric vehicle performance becomes more powerful, so do our tires. Ion. Electrified Hanguk tire, official tire of Major League Baseball.
Young lady who was mid-30s, a couple of kids, recently went through a divorce. She had a lot of questions when she came in. I watched my mother go through being a single mom. At the end of the day, my mom raised 3 children, including myself. And so once the client knew that she was heard, we were able to help her move forward. Your client won't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Back here in the bottom of the 7th, Oklahoma City stunned took a standing 8 count thanks to a grand slam for Colton Cowser. And that has put the Norfolk Tides up 5-2 here in the bottom of the 7th. TJ McFarland on for his second inning of work out of the Norfolk bullpen. Facing 8, 9, and 1. Starting with Yanni Hernandez, who's 0 for 2, bounced into a double play and flied out.
Yeah,
that ball just misses.
That swing was huge. You think about the at-bat, too. I mean, blew a fastball by him down the middle. Was way late. And he caught up just enough to foul the next pitch off. And you're thinking to yourself, and I guarantee you, Cow's is thinking the same thing.
Slow roll at a short. Jackson Holliday is there. And that's out number 1.
You're thinking to yourself, all right, I'm probably going to get that big breaking ball. He gets a fastball, eyes it up, takes it to center field.
So a quick out number 1 for TJ McFarland. And that'll bring up the catcher, Hunter Fiducia.
Yeah, I do have to just make an update, Roflo, about something I said early in the game. I was talking about getting your appendix removed, and I had to go through that, and it was very scary. Not many people would be able to handle it the way I did.
Right. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I was looking at the recovery of it, right? And I talked about Matt Holliday. I think it was going to be a couple of weeks. So I've just been informed it was actually 9 days after he had it removed.
And that's a sharp hit ball to right field. And Fiducia has his second hit of the night.
It was 9 days after he had his appendix removed that he was back on the major league field. And that is insane. It took me well over a month to get right. So again, like I said, he's a different human being. He sat in his booth, and you could tell for yourself. But I just want to make sure I updated that. I'll make that very clear. Pretty impressive.
All right, so we go to the top of the order for Drew Avens. We got some activity for Norfolk. Brian Baker is up warming, the right-hander. Oklahoma City also has some activity. The lefty James Jones up and warming in their bullpen. Fiducia aboard after a single. Here's Drew Avens, hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Dodgers need base runners here. Avens down on the count, 0-2. And that misses. It's 1-2. Drew Avens in that Pacific Coast League Championship Series. 2 for 4 in the series clincher, but in game 1 he went 4 for 4 with 3 RBIs. As the Dodgers swept away the Round Rock Express, AAA affiliate of the Texas Rangers. Here's a chopper to third. Throw over to first as Kobe Mayo makes the play. And there's 2 away. Runner advances to second. So Fiducia is in scoring position with 2 down. That'll bring up the lefty Michael Bush. He's got a bloop hit. He's also flied out and struck out. A 5-2 game, bottom of the 7th. Those 4 runs coming on 1 swing in the top half of the inning, courtesy Colton Cowser. A grand slam home run of Alec Gamboa, left on left. Same situation here as McFarland misses low to Michael Bush.
And it's that situation with TJ McFarland. You just don't want base runners. A guy at second base, you know what? I'm not even thinking about him at this point. You just go get the ball over the plate and start getting outs with that 3-run lead.
Here's the 2-0. And that misses inside. McFarland, you could tell, wanted that call, but no challenge.
Man, we heard Buck Britton talking about he doesn't let his pitchers touch their hat for the challenge, only the catcher.
Yeah, and Max Hundley, who came on as a pinch hitter, still behind the plate. He did not challenge. And McFarland's down on the count 3-0. 2 down here, bottom of the 7th. And McFarland pours in a strike. It's 3-1. All right, what's McFarland throwing here?
I think it's situated. You have to challenge him. Whatever your best throw for a strike pitch is, and that's that slider for him. This is what we're talking about. You don't want a situation where you start to let it leak, right? Where all of a sudden you start letting base runners walking guys, because it just takes one swing. Next thing you know, it's within a run or two. It's a new game.
Yeah, Michael Bush draws a 2-out walk. And now the tying run steps to the plate in the form of Miguel Vargas. But TJ McFarland will not face him. All right, the Dodgers have a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 7th. New pitcher. We'll tell you about it when we come back.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
There are 2 kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Garbage time. That phrase never sounded quite right, because no part of football is meaningless. So while some folks see garbage, FanDuel sees treasure. We see spreads to cover, overs to hit, and chances to live bet from the first down to the final whistle. So don't just watch football this season, cherish it.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. Oh! No, it's just too funny! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for the tie.
The 2023 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One, recognizing a player who truly represents the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Learn more about the nominees and vote today by scanning that QR code or visit MLBtogether.com/Clemente21. Okay, runners at first and second, new pitcher. It's the righty Brian Baker as he gets a swing and a miss from Miguel Vargas.
Yeah, for Brian Baker, 45 innings in the big leagues this year, 69 last year too with the Baltimore Orioles. He's 28 years old. Get that fastball up into the mid to high 90s. Slider changeup.
He's trying to work his way out of a jam here. First and second, 2 outs. And the tying run at the plate in the form of Miguel Vargas. Vargas doubled in his last at bat and came around to score. Would love something like that here. Looks at a ball high, it's 1-2.
There's that good fastball, 97 miles per hour, top part of the strike zone.
I mentioned Vargas came out of spring training, was on the opening day roster with the big league club. Swing and a miss. So Brian Baker gets him to strike out, and the rally is over. The 7th inning is also over. Norfolk Tides leading 5-2.
You want highlights? Quick Pitch has you covered, packing all the day's biggest plays into one lightning-fast hour.
What a play!
We live today, preview tomorrow on Quick Pitch. After the game, only on MLB Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Meet the Chevy ZR2 family. They'll never let you down. With features like DSSV dampers, MT tires, and an off-road performance display. When the going gets tough, it's a family you can count on. Introducing the Silverado, Colorado, and Silverado HD ZR2 family of trucks.
Cherish football on FanDuel before a cold night at the Buffalo Bills game. It's just a cold night in Buffalo.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Bravo! You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase. What's in your wallet?
This is the AAA Championship game presented by Capital One. We're glad you're with us as we move to the top of the 8th. I'm Robert Flores, pleased to be joined by former big leaguer Ryan Rowland-Smith. Norfolk Tides leading and batting here in the top of the 8th. We got a new pitcher. It's for the Oklahoma City Dodgers, the lefty James Jones, here to start things in the top of the 8th.
James Jones, 35 years old. He was a position player. Most of his young career converted to a pitcher.
And he's dealing with Kyle Stowers here to start the 8th inning, and he's behind in the count 2-0. Stowers has struck out twice and lined out. This one's chopped foul.
Yeah, fastball 91-93. 35-year-old.
Did you play with any players that were position players well into their pro career or at some point in their pro career and then made the switch?
I'm trying to think. I mean, I played against Rick Ankiel.
Yeah.
He kind of went the opposite way.
He did.
Usually guys do this where they got that good arm, they're an outfielder or whatever it may be, and left-handed, for example.
Yeah.
And then they switch and then they go into pitching, but it's rare to see it the other way around.
All right, we got time called. Hey, I want to clean something up that we discussed in the last half inning. We talked about the challenges, and Norfolk decided not to challenge. They're out of challenges.
Well, there you go.
So we did not see a challenge there from their catcher, Max Hanley, in that instance in the previous half inning. As Stowers goes down swinging, tried to hold his swing, but could not. And that's out number 1. Yeah, we thought, oh, okay, well, maybe that's a situation where they were challenged. Well, they're out. The Dodgers, however, they have 2 left. And that's out number 1 for James Jones. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Joey Ortiz.
Yeah, I'd be curious to see as the season went on how many teams burn all their challenges early as they're trying to feel their way through it, how to use it, and how to really utilize it in those key moments. But that's big too, because there was a couple pitches back there where there could have been that challenge, but you ran out of them.
And Joey Ortiz sends one to right field. Oh. Diving catch. Did he catch it? Yes, he did. Do it for Johnny DeLuca.
And this is a slicing line drive ball, just kind of fading. It's got that top spin to that ball. Nice catch. DeLuca fully outstretched.
What a great catch by the Dodgers right fielder for out number 2. So a tough luck AB for Joey Ortiz. And there's 2 down in the 8th. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Josh Lester. He lined out in his last at bat. The big swing of the game happening in the last inning. Colton Cowser, grand slam, has put the Tides up 5-2 on the Dodgers, batting here in the top of the 8th. 2 down. Sharply hit ball, but right at the second baseman. Yorbit Vivas throws over to first. Quick inning for lefty reliever James Jones. But Oklahoma City, they've got work to do. They're trailing 5-2 going to the bottom of the 8th.
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the business, I been diving in the rough. Hey, first order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen.
There are two kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Time's running out. This is it. One final weekend. Tommy Bahama month is coming to a close. Last chance to save half off all the Tommy Bahama brands you love. Like this customer favorite, 50% off. Want genuine leather? All Natuzzi editions are on sale now. Final days to browse our online catalog for more incredible savings you don't want to miss. All the name brands, all the styles. One final weekend. Where? Theirs.
The Chase Ink Business Premier Card is made for people like Sam who make
everyday products designed smarter. Like a smart coffee grinder that orders fresh beans for you.
Oh, genius. For more breakthroughs like that,
I need a breakthrough card.
Like ours, with 2.5% cash back on purchases of $5,000 or more.
Plus unlimited 2% cash back on all other purchases.
And with greater spending potential, Sam can keep making smart ideas
a brilliant reality.
The Ink Business Premier Card from Chase for Business. Make more of what's yours.
Back here in Las Vegas, AAA National Championship game. Dodgers trailing 5-2. 4, 5, and 6 due up here as they work in the bottom of the 8th against Brian Baker, on for his second inning of work. As the designated hitter Ryan Ward fouls that one off, and he's down to the count 0-1. Baker, the fourth Norfolk Tide pitcher used by manager Buck Britton, as he pitches in his second inning of work. Drops a strike in there, and he's ahead in the count 0-2. Ward is 0 for 3, struck out in his last AB. Struck out in this AB as well.
Been chasing well above the strike zone, 97 miles per hour. Nothing you're going to do with that pitch up around your chin.
That'll bring up Johnny DeLuca, who in the previous half inning made an outstanding catch to rob Joey Ortiz of a hit and maybe extra bases. First pitch swinging here and fouls it back. Norfolk has a lefty, Nick Vespi, warming up in their bullpen as they sit now 5 outs away from another championship in their 2023 campaign. They won the International League Championship Series in 3 games over Durham. This, just a 1-game championship against the Oklahoma City Dodgers. Here's the 1-1 from Baker.
All right, good fastball again. Top rail. Yeah, this game too, there's some prize money involved for these players.
Yes.
Big incentive. Come all the way out here to Vegas and try and finish off a good year.
Swing and a miss, got him. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the 8th for Brian Baker, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, sometimes you think of a game like this, Brian Baker spent 45 innings this year at the major league level, but like we said, people are always watching Baltimore Orioles won the AL East. He's obviously going to go off and stay loose. A group of players that will go to Baltimore and just stay ready to roll when the playoffs kick off. But you got to remember too, 29 other teams are watching. You're pumping 96, 97 with that kind of slider and that changeup we saw last inning. Put yourself on display.
Yeah, like you said, you're auditioning for
absolutely
other teams as well. All right, we have a pinch hitter here. It's going to be the lefty Steven Duggar, who's pinch hitting for Oscar Mercado, who pinch hit for David Dahl. So manager Travis Barberry going to his bench here and calling on Steven Duggar. He's another player on this squad that has big league experience. Looks at a ball outside. It's 1-1.
Yeah, 776 at-bats. Plenty of major league experience. Mentioned Mercado too. He was out there in left field. A little bit of a quad strain maybe as well.
Yeah, he had a visit from the trainer out in left field. He was grabbing at that left hip, stayed in the game. As Duggar is down in the count 1-2. Joined Oklahoma City back in May 16th from AA Tulsa, where he had played 32 games. Down to the count 1-2, and that just missed. And remember, Norfolk is out of challenges.
Man. Yeah, you can see the body language from the catcher behind the plate right now.
Yeah, Max Hundley and Brian Baker wanted that. But the count even, 2-2. There's a strikeout as Baker strikes out the side here in the 8th. Norfolk up 5-2 and looking for more and looking for a AAA championship. We're back after this.
We want it all. We want our dog to fetch it.
Drop it.
And drop it.
Clean it.
We want to fix it ourselves. And actually fix it. We want to order the market price lobster. And know the market price of the lobster.
How much is... Whatever the market says.
Sadly, we can't have it all. Except at Sport Clips, where we check in with the pros in men's hair and totally check out with pure, uninterrupted relaxation. Sport Clips. It's a game changer.
Meet the Chevy ZR2 family. They'll never let you down. With features like DSSV dampers, MT tires, and an off-road performance display. When the going gets tough, it's a family you can count on. Introducing the Silverado, Colorado, and Silverado HD ZR2 family of trucks.
We're gonna breathe. Yep, just breathe. You and me, breathing together. If you can control your breathing, you can control your run.
Costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
We go to the 9th inning. Norfolk Tide's leading 5-2. Leon Diaz starting the inning as James Jones, the lefty, for the Oklahoma City Dodgers, on for his second inning of work. Norfolk is up 5-2. Trying to add here in the top of the 9th. As Diaz looks at a strike at the top of the zone, even the count 1-1. Now due up in the bottom of the 9th for the Oklahoma City Dodgers. The bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9, as Diaz chops up the middle. Shortstop is there. And Yanni Hernandez throws over to Michael Bush, and there's one away. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9 due up in the bottom of the 9th.
Yeah, and that #1 priority is just generate base runners. Get some traffic, flip that lineup back over, get to the meat of that order as best you can. Easier said than done.
That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter and the catcher, Max Handley. Sends that one foul. Handley came on as a pinch hitter for Anthony Ben-Boom, who started. Both teams with 90 wins on the season. Both teams won their respective leagues, but only one, and we do have a challenge here. The call was a strike, but the T-Mobile automatic ball and strike system has been triggered, and that's it. The call is overturned. So Max Hanley makes sense that he would know the strike zone in that hit him. So one out base runner as James Jones hits the 9-hole hitter Max Hanley. And so he's aboard, albeit painfully.
Yeah. 0-2 pitch as well, get a strike overturned. You're in the driver's seat, now all of a sudden you got that 9-hole hitter on base. Now you got to face the future of the Baltimore Orioles, Jackson Holliday. And his other prospect buddies, Normie, Kauza.
Yeah, it's been a rough night at the plate for Jackson Holliday. 0 for 4, he has struck out a couple of times. Spending a little time before the game with Jackson Holliday, you can tell, I mean, he's just 19 years old. He hasn't developed physically like his dad is now.
Right.
But if you look at his forearms, yeah. I'm serious.
It's the first thing you said.
That's what I said. I said his forearms look like his dad's.
Right.
So you get the sense that this guy has the potential to really fill out physically.
Yeah, you got to remember that too. Look, 19 years old playing at this level. You see the OPS start to dip as he gets a little bit deeper into the system. But he's 19 years old. That power is going to come. But then you got to think to yourself too, if you're the Baltimore Orioles, if he absolutely tears it up next year, he's 20 years old. He's not quite developed yet.
Yeah, that's chopped foul.
I mean, you're looking at a situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at a situation. We're bringing him up where we're still going to wait and see how he's going to fill out physically. He's literally inches away from the big leagues. It's crazy.
Imagine a left side of the infield with Gunnar Henderson, Jackson Holliday.
Yeah.
Henderson can play short. Holliday, maybe could play third. This one's skied and going to stay in the infield, and the first baseman, Michael Bush, will take charge and squeeze it for out number 1. So an 0 for 5 night for Jackson Holliday, but he's 3 defensive outs away from celebrating another championship with his teammates in the Norfolk Tides. That'll bring up Connor Norby. And it looks like we might have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for James Jones. All right, new pitcher for the Oklahoma City Dodgers as they try to keep this game a 5-2 game. We'll tell you about it.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Hey, is that the new iPhone 15 Pro?
Yeah, got it at T-Mobile. Hey, be right back.
Whoa, I love that titanium. You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. And with their Best Gold 5G plan, you have the freedom to upgrade every year. You're very wise, Reflection Comet. And you're very handsome, Real Comet.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now, and the freedom to upgrade every year.
Your paint is really bad. What? I said best coffee I've ever had. Should've used Bear. Sorry, side where? No, I said should've used Bear.
Today, let's paint. Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand at a new low price. Bear, only at the Home Depot.
New pitcher for the Oklahoma City Dodgers. It's the right-hander Tanner Dodson. 0-1, ERA of 7.5. Norfolk batting here in the top of the 9th, up 5-2. There is a runner at first. Maverick Hanley was hit by a pitch. He's at first.
And Tanner Dutton spent the bulk of his year in AA, 391, 48 innings, but struggling here at AAA.
Connor Norby looks at a ball low. He's ahead in the count 1-0.
Got that sinking fastball, 93, 95.
Couple of hits for Norby. And he's ahead in the count here 2-0. Norfolk obviously would love to add here. Catcher at first, Maverick Hanley. That ball sounded good, sent to straightaway center field, going back, and it's gone. Right center field, in the pool. And it's another home run. As Connor Norby delivers some insurance for the Norfolk Tides, a 2-run blast. 419 feet away.
Man, that's that power, that ex-velo that Baltimore Orioles front office is so excited about from Connor Norby. I'll tell you what, the Norfolk Tide have really taken advantage. There's been some good pitching tonight, but taking advantage of these 2-0 counts, just shelling out, knowing they're going to get a fastball middle of the plate, and not missing it.
So Norby delivers some big-time insurance, and the Norfolk Tides can start to sense it as Colton Cowser lifts one to shallow left field. On the run is the left fielder Stephen Duggar, and that will retire the side, but not before another big blow from the Norfolk Tides. 2-run homer from Connor Norby. They're 3 outs away. Bottom 9 coming up.
Hey, is that the new iPhone 15 Pro?
Yeah, got it at T-Mobile. Hey, be right back.
Whoa, I love that titanium. You need to go to T-Mobile, where new and existing customers can get iPhone 15 Pro on them. And with their Best Gold 5G plan, you have the freedom to upgrade every year. You're very wise, Reflection Common, and you're very handsome, Real Common.
At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium on us now and the freedom to upgrade every year.
There are 2 kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and the knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
Final 3 outs for Oklahoma City as they trail in this AAA National Championship game 7-2. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, and 9. And Yorvit Vivas hoping to get things started here. New pitcher for the Norfolk Tides. It's the left-hander Nick Vespi. 5th pitcher used by manager Buck Britton here in this championship game.
Nick Vespi made his Major League debut last year with the Baltimore Orioles. 26 innings, 2022. Had a cup of coffee this year, 14 innings, 4.3 ERA.
Vivas has walked and grounded out and struck out. Looks at a strike at the knees. And it's 2-1.
And if you're OKC, we talked about in the last inning, just have to generate base runners. Bottom of the lineup. And a good count right now, Vivas. 3-1 count.
As he'll ask for time.
One more thing too, just about the pitch clock. 17 seconds. When they call time, it doesn't reset. It resets only to 17 seconds. There you go.
And that's a good start for Oklahoma City. They're down big, but it's got to start somewhere. Maybe it starts there. Yorvin Vivas draws a leadoff walk to start the ninth.
You can see him looking into the dugout as well. And telling Yoni Hernandez his teammate is about to come up to hit. Give him a quick little on-the-go scouting report.
That'll bring up the shortstop, the 8-hole hitter, Yoni Hernandez.
Ooh, no challenge?
Yeah, no challenge. You could tell Norfolk catcher Maverick Hanley did not agree with that call of ball. Here's the 1-0 from Vespi. That's in for a strike. It's 1-1. So Norfolk 3 outs away from a AAA national championship game. But Vespi misses again, and it's 2-1.
As that slider trying to get to that back foot. This pitchy throw, 2 strikes, but struggling to find the plate consistently right now, Vespi.
Here's the 2-1. Ball sent to center. Kauser is there. And the Tides are now just 2 outs away. So now here comes the catcher, Hunter Fiducia. He has homered. He's 2 for 3. Left-on-left matchup here. It's been an amazing season for the big league club, the Baltimore Orioles.
Yeah.
Clinched an AL East division title just this week. Can their AAA club win a championship? Check swing foul.
Man, what a spot they are in, not just for this year, but for the next half a decade.
They have put the American League East and all of Major League Baseball on notice.
Yeah, you think about that division too. I mean, obviously, you got the Yankees who really struggled this year. The Red Sox struggled. But you're
good contact here by Fiducia. But it's going to be a shallow fly ball. And Kyle Stowers collects it for out number 2.
Yeah, the Baltimore Orioles, you're up against some money, some big spenders out there in the AL East. You're up against the Tampa Bay Rays, who draft and develop and do things so well. They're always right there. The Blue Jays, here they are, AL East champions. Their AAA teams.
Now Drew Avens is the last hope for Oklahoma City. Runner is off. Defensive indifference there as Yorvin Vivas strolls into second base. It's been a wonderful season for these Norfolk Tides. Broke 7 team records in the regular season. And that's a base hit to left. Dodgers not done. Here comes Rivas. As Avens comes through with a base hit and an RBI, it's 7-3.
Yeah, they are not done yet. Nice piece of hitting. Got a breakable up in the strike zone. Lays that ball into left field.
In steps Michael Bush. As Vespi tries to nail this final out down and claim a championship. Fly ball, right field, going back, and it's out of here. Dodgers have life. It's a 2-run homer.
Look at this, wasted no time ambushing that first pitch. Now all of a sudden the Dodgers are in business.
It's now a 7-5 ball game after the 2-run homer from Michael Bush. And that's going to be all for Vespi. unable to lock it down for the Tides. They still have a 7-5 lead. But this is certainly not how they envision the ninth inning going. We're going to have a pitching change. We'll tell you about it when we come back. Bottom of the ninth. Stay with us.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the new Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Sweet, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I could get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
There are two kinds of bourbon drinkers. Those who put it on a pedestal, and those who put it within reach. If you'd rather add rocks to your glass than bourbon to your collection, there's Evan Williams 1783. An award-winning small batch that's extra aged, 90 proof, and easy to enjoy, with or without friends. What can we say? You're our kind of people. Evan Williams 1783 small batch. When bourbon's done right, people notice.
Garbage time. That phrase never sounded quite right, because no part of football is meaningless. So while some folks see garbage, FanDuel sees treasure. We see spreads to cover, overs to hit, and chances to live bet from the first down to the final whistle. So don't just watch football this season, cherish it.
Bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook.
Liberty Mutual customized my car insurance, and I saved hundreds. With the money I saved, I started a dog walking business. Oh! Oh no, it's just too funny! Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
All right, so the championship coronation has been put on hold, at least for now. 3 runs in the 9th inning. New pitcher for Norfolk. It's Joey Crable. He hasn't pitched since Wednesday. He's dealing with Miguel Vargas. 3 runs already in. It's a 7-5 game. As you see what Vargas has done tonight. Bases are empty, but the tying run on deck for the Oklahoma City Dodgers.
They're having an issue with a pitch com right now.
So if you're Crable, you're thinking, all right, an out away, I'm probably not getting in. We're going to celebrate. We're going to pop some bottles. Now I have to be put into the game. What are you thinking?
Yeah, well, it's a situation where if you get caught flat-footed, and you see it a lot with pitchers, if all of a sudden you're sitting back 2 outs, and then they say, hey, quickly get going, and then you make the mistake, say, hey, I'm ready, because you're trying to do the right thing, obviously, you can get caught flat-footed. But I think he had enough time to get loose, and it changes your mindset quick because, like you said, you're like, oh, he's got this. Vespe's got this, we're good. And then all of a sudden you have to get back in that competitive mode within seconds to get out there and go finish it off.
Well, this has turned into a save opportunity for Crable. He is 3 for 3 in save chances this year. And he starts Vargas with a ball inside, and it's 1-0.
Crable's got a couple years in the big leagues. A couple innings this year with the Orioles, 30 years old.
Vargas has doubled in this game.
But you'll see quick, when you see that command, if he was ready to come into this game, I've been there before, you get caught out there kind of.
Takes that 2-0 pitch, high fly ball, left field. This game is getting tight. It's 7-6. Miguel Vargas, solo homer. 372 feet. And Oklahoma City says, we're not done yet.
Just geared up for that fastball too, 93 middle of the plate with a little bit of run. Been a good count to hit, knowing he's not going to go to those secondary pitches. Now all of a sudden it's a 1-run game.
Second homer of the inning for the Dodgers, and in steps Ryan Ward. As Joey Crable tries to put out the fire and start the champagne party. 2 down. Bottom of the 9th. 4 runs already in. Dodgers need at least 1 more to keep their championship hopes alive. And that's fouled back, and the Dodgers are down to their final strike.
Couple change-ups, 85 miles an hour, that last one.
Ward is 0 for 4. He has struck out twice, and he's down on the count 0-2. That's it. That's all. Strikeout to end it. Norfolk, the Tides, are the AAA national champions. What a season for the Baltimore Orioles organization. They've got a division title. They could be going for a World Series title, and their AAA club has just won a national championship at the AAA level. Congratulations to Norfolk as the Oklahoma City Dodgers rally comes up just shy. Ryan, that ninth inning was something.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it came so close. We saw that plenty of offense from some of these big prospects on display with the Baltimore Orioles. They're playing for Norfolk Tide and finishing off such a great year. Putting all these young players, the future of the Baltimore Orioles, giving them a chance to celebrate. Young Jackson Holliday, only 19 years old, gets to experience this with some veteran players, some guys in their mid-30s, some guys with some serious Major League time here in Vegas.
As you see the players and coaches for the Norfolk Tides and members of their staff celebrating this national championship. There was a good look at the manager, Buck Britton.
Man, you ride the wave too all year long. Guys who go up, they get DFA, they get option down, disappointment. Young players, you got to cultivate that character. You got to, teach some guys on the jobs, young players, but the way the Baltimore Orioles want to do things. It is a long season. What a great way to finish it.
Well, quite a rally by the Oklahoma City Dodgers. 4 runs, 2 homers in the inning, but they come up just a bit short as Norfolk celebrates a AAA national championship in a 7-6 win. Manager Buck Britton told us before the game, I kind of resigned myself to the fact that guys don't want to play for me.
Right.
Because they would rather play at the big league level.
Right.
But his players, he spoke about all of the players, no matter their ages, no matter their career paths at this stage of their life, everyone pulling in the same direction and buying in.
Yeah, and that's that culture too. When you have a young group of players, you're talking Cows and Norby, Jackson Holliday, and then you have a mix of players like we talked about going up and getting sent back down. What kind of culture are you breeding? I'm telling you right now, you're looking at a lot of young players in the Baltimore Orioles, what they've been able to do in the next, what they're going to be able to do in the next half a decade. Get used to celebrating. There's going to be plenty more of this, especially at the major league level.
And how big were those runs in the top of the ninth?
I was just about to say, talking about, with Norby hitting that home run, and looking at what transpired, how the Dodgers were able to start chipping away with some big home runs. Man, just enough offense to keep them in front.
Yeah, that was the home run by Connor Norby, which proved to be the winning runs in that ninth inning. It's a t-shirt and hat game for the Norfolk Tides. As you see, they're getting ready for the MVP Player of the Game presentation. And there it is. Tonight's U.S. Air Force Player of the Game is Colton Cowser. That go-ahead grand slam in the 7th inning to put Norfolk up 5-2. A grand slam that went 455 feet. He went 2 for 4. Wait a minute, he gets an Xbox?
What? Oh, man.
What the?
I love it.
Am I going to have to go borrow this Xbox from Colton Cowser?
Oh, yeah.
But in all seriousness, Ryan, congratulations to Colton Cowser. As you take another look, there's him as his knocks tonight, and his manager, talked about how he's been struggling at the plate coming in.
I mean, you got a kid, he's number 14 prospect in all of Major League Baseball, the second biggest prospect with the Baltimore Orioles right now. He's talked about how he was struggling. We talked about when you're trying to push and do just a little bit too much to finish off the year, you're pressing, knowing what's at stake at the Major League level. And then to come out and hit that big grand slam and be the difference in this game, that's got to be a great feeling as you're celebrating with an Xbox, a couple trophies, and all your friends too, who you've been in the trenches for 6 months.
Well, congratulations to Colton Cowser. Shout out to Cy Ranch outside of Houston. Hey, take care of that Xbox there. Let's make sure we've got eyeballs on that as they prepare hand the trophy to the manager, Buck Britton. He is the brother of longtime reliever Zach Britton.
Yes.
He said he was hoping that his brother would be here in Las Vegas, but wasn't able to make it work. And hopefully Zach and the rest of his family are watching, because Buck Britton just led the Norfolk Tides to a AAA national championship. They won the International League, winning that best of 3 in 3, and they win here in Las Vegas at Las Vegas Ballpark. Well, that's going to put a close on the minor league season. The Major League postseason is just about to heat up. This copyrighted telecast was presented by authority of the Office of the Commissioner of Baseball and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent. I've always wanted to say that. Quick Pitch is coming up next. Final score from Las Vegas, the AAA championship. It belongs to Norfolk, 7-6 over the Oklahoma City Dodgers. For Ryan Rowland-Smith, I'm Robert Flores. For everyone else behind the scenes and behind the camera, thank you very much for watching. Good night from Las Vegas.